This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Very Hard to Submit. Go to vhtsny.com and check out their kimonos, compression gear, and apparel. This is a brand we are excited to be supported by. Their gear is high quality with a clean design. Go to vhtsny.com and see for yourself. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Grappler Union Podcast. Paul Maloney alongside Anthony Zito. On this episode, we have Eric Forschler in studio. Eric's a purple belt under Rafael Lovato Jr. Also in studio is Brian Ocon, who's a blue belt under Rafael. Both are instructors at P3 Martial Arts. Enjoy.
I hate the 6 minutes. It's what happens in that 6 minutes.
You told me, using any technique that works, never to limit myself to one style. Keep an open mind.
We're not here to take part, we're here to take over.
In order to become more peaceful, in order for you to become better and strategize your life.
All right, we're live, right? Cool. The boys from P3.
What's up?
Hey guys.
We thought there'd be three of you. But
yeah, that would make sense, right?
It would make sense. It would be perfect. Actually, when Brian's like, yeah, Chris is going to come, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, cool, man. That makes sense. P3.
Yeah.
What is the P3?
So it's passion, patience, and perseverance.
Beautiful.
I like
Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah. It's cool. It's definitely cool. It definitely incorporates the martial arts feel.
Yeah, exactly. That was the idea.
Yeah, for sure. So we were talking earlier about the kind of ups and downs P3 has had, and now you guys are like doing well, and you're established as more secure because now you have all your instructors and now the new owner and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it wasn't always, we were talking about P3, it wasn't always P3. We were
Right.
Gracie Baja Schaumburg for, my dates are all going to be wrong, but maybe like 4 years or so ago. Something like that. And actually, that's when I started. I actually started a while back jiu-jitsu. Gracie Baja Chicago, and so Gracie Baja was like my lineage. I stopped for a little while, came back, and then I found Gracie Baja Schaumburg. I joined them, and they had Sergio, and that was your instructor, Eric.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he was actually the head instructor there, and we ended up losing him. And like that was like a couple months into it too. We lost him as an instructor, and we picked up another instructor, Jason Matthews, still Gracie Baja. And then he had some issues going on as well, traveling. We lost him.
Right.
Pete, the owner at the time, he became the new head instructor. And then we left Gracie Baja. And then after that, Pete had some medical issues, and he left and closed down the academy. And Chris, the guy who's not here right now, he came in and saved the day and actually bought the academy. And now
awesome.
we're kind of like building back up. So like in a nutshell, that's kind of what.
Right.
Yeah. In summary.
So that's kind of cool because Chris, like his full-time job is what?
Yeah, he does real estate.
Beautiful.
So he kind of gets to do that. And I mean, he's kind of like a full-time employee too because he does his job in the daytime, his real estate stuff, and then he shows up to the academy and he helps us out with like leading classes. And
what's interesting because he's a blue belt himself, right? So I'm trying to like think about this. I was like, so this guy comes in, loves jiu-jitsu. Like you can, white to blue. You only have what, a year or two right in there, somewhere in that range.
Exactly.
Loves jiu-jitsu so much. His academy closes. He's like, I can go train somewhere else. No, I'm going to buy the academy. Fuck this. I'm buying it. We're going to stay open. That's a fucking gangster move.
Yeah, I think it was always kind of like a long-term goal of his too to actually like have a school, and it just came as an opportunity for him. He's like, shit, I'll do it now.
But at Blue, think about it. I mean, I think it's awesome.
I think he did it when he was a white belt too. Don't quote me on
really?
that. Yeah, I think he was still a white belt.
Definitely.
And he was, to be fair though, he was probably our most consistent student ever. Like in the entire year with us, he might have missed like 4 classes total or something like that. That's not even an exaggeration. If he wasn't there, I was like, you're either sick or you're dead. Like something's wrong.
One of those guys. Yeah, man. It's awesome. It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love that. I love hearing stories like that. Because, I mean, everyone aspires. Well, like for me, I train a lot as well, the same as Paul. We all do. And it's always like, you always look to the future like, oh, when I get my black belt, then I'm, opening my own academy someday. Yeah. This guy is that white belt. And he's like, I'm going to open my own academy. Fuck that. Opportunity's knocking. I'm taking it.
Right.
Who's there? That's great.
Who are you guys affiliated with now?
Rafael Lovato Jr. right now.
Nice. Yeah. Beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, he was out here, right? Because you actually hit me up on Bellator. He was out here. Oh, yeah, the Bellator card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How's he?
That's great. seemingly awesome.
Did you roll with them though?
Yeah. Actually, he just recently came out with a documentary, and there's just like a good like slow-mo clip of like a 1 minute of me just getting omo-plotted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Me being able to do absolutely nothing. Right. You know. But yeah, he's doing great.
He's incredible, man, as an instructor, and just like it's a whole nother level. I mean, you guys know when you guys roll with somebody who's a world-class competitor. And then it just brings everybody else up, you know, like everybody in that gym is an absolute killer. There's blue belts there that smash other black belts, you know, and it's just like, man, you get to train with that guy, you know, and when he's on top of you, when he's mounted on you, it's like a truck set on you. That's, you know, that's what it feels like.
Brick house.
He's ridiculously large.
Yes.
When we ran into him at Master Worlds, I was like, oh, wow, you're like way bigger than I thought you were.
Yeah, I think he's only like, when he competes, he might only be in like the 190 or something like that. I know for like Bellator, he cuts down to 185.
Yeah.
He's like 6'3" or 6'4" or something like that.
6'4", pretty sure.
He's just ripped though too. He has like no body fat at all to him.
Yeah,
so.
he's big, dude. Everyone's big to me, but he's
That's
definitely
true.
big.
That's true.
Not as big as Drysdale though. That dude's big.
Yeah. That dude was shockingly big too.
He was shockingly big. Yeah, his head is giant.
Yeah.
And then Andre Galval looks like a gorilla.
Yeah, he's thicker. He's very thick.
Yeah. He's wide.
Very wide.
Andre's very wide.
Yeah. Masters is coming up. I'm not going to be able to make the trip this year.
Why not?
It's right before the Open, and I lost an employee here at I didn't lose her. One of my employees decided to move on, and so I had a new employee, and she's working out fine, but it's just, you know, it's that learning curve.
Sure.
Of like, I need to be here. I can't really take 4 to 5 days off. So
you competed last year, right?
I did.
Masters Worlds.
Yeah.
So you're gonna.
It was fun. Recently, we just had our belt promotion yesterday, actually. So, Paul, congratulations on his brown belt.
Hey,
Congrats, man.
That's Paul.
Hey. I got my purple belt. And,
That's the real reason he doesn't want to go to Master Worlds.
and
You tried using some other excuse. Like,
100% looked up. I definitely looked up and I was like, who's in that division? Oh, okay. Those killers.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, I'll do it. I'm definitely going to do it, but just not this year. It's not going to work out. I'm definitely going to do the Chicago Summer Open for sure.
Okay.
And now I have to register. Purple belts have to register now.
Yeah, you got to get
I had to
the
go through
ID
that process.
card and all that other
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You already did that already?
Yeah, I did it for the Open in April. So it's, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, exactly.
You had to send a photograph of yourself? Like,
Yeah, exactly. I got the ID in my wallet.
Do you? Just carry it around with you?
Yeah, you know, sometimes.
That's right. Picks up chicks that way.
Yeah. So then you have to have that ID.
Yes. Then you don't have to carry your
License
with you.
Okay.
You just put that ID in the whatever that string around your neck is.
The lanyard.
The lanyard.
Yeah. I got a Just Roll lanyard.
Did you?
Yeah. Nick Mitri gave me one.
I think I have one as well.
Yeah.
And I have an IBJJF one.
So, Paul, are you going to be doing the Open?
I'll do the Open, yeah.
As a brown belt?
Yeah, I got to break it in right away.
Right away.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
Way
what
to do it right there.
Mark says that a lot, right? Like break
Yeah.
in your new belt, just
Yeah.
like compete as much as possible
Much
to
as
get
possible.
like.
That's where I stole that from.
Yeah.
Mark, just break it in. Break it in.
Yeah.
So, how long you guys been training for?
Man, I started in 2010, but there was a lot of breaks in there. So I started, like I said earlier, Gracie Baja, Chicago, back when I think Idris was still like a brown belt then. He was teaching most of the classes, or at least the classes that I went to. They also had Adam was doing some of the classes there. And I think I trained for about a year or so, and then I left because I was getting, I'm in the or I was in the military, and so I was getting orders to go do basic training and all that other stuff, so I had to stop for that. And then while you're in, you don't always get all the freedom that you think you would have. So it would be very sporadic while I was around. You know, I got stationed in the Gulf Coast area, Florida, so I trained whenever I could. But I was very consistent once I came back to Gracie Baja, Schaumburg. Once I started training there, I want to say like 4-ish, maybe 4.5 years ago, something like that. Then I was like very consistent. That's when I really started finding my passion for jiu-jitsu again and started loving it. And then also started teaching along the way too, helping out with kids a lot.
Nice.
So that was really, really cool.
Yeah. You guys have a big kids program there?
Yeah, it's the majority of our students. How many students we have right now?
Well, it's hard to
ballpark it.
tell.
Yeah,
it's hard to
trial
tell because we do
students,
like a
members.
trial thing for anybody who wants to try a class. Instead of doing like a free class,
Yeah.
we do 6 weeks of classes for them to try out. So total, including trial members, we're probably like in the 180s, maybe 190 range, something like that.
Dude.
It sounds like a lot, but then you also got people who are going to be leaving in 2 weeks, or leaving this week, and so it's a big up and down motion.
Right.
6 weeks trial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and we give them a free gi with it too. We tell them free uniform because they don't know what a gi is. Like, what the hell's a gi? So we say 6 weeks of classes.
That's awesome.
And I'd say we're probably 70% kids. Maybe it might even be more.
Right.
We got a ton of kids in our.
Wow, dude, that's a huge kid.
And you get your kids compete.
Yeah.
I've seen you
it.
guys at the grappling games, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's awesome, man.
Dude, that might be the biggest kids program like in Illinois.
It could be. I don't know. It's crazy.
Because
Wasn't
what
always
would
like
you say?
that,
Like you got 150 that are like pretty steady all the time.
Yeah,
there, right?
roughly.
Dude, that's huge.
Yeah. We like
Schomburg.
divvy them up. We do like 4 to 6-year-olds, and we do 7 to 10-year-olds, and we do 11 to 15-year-olds, and then we have our adult program too. So
You guys, your patience must be so good.
it's got to be. It wasn't always.
It's one of the P's, dude.
That's one of the It's
There we go.
We're kind of blessed too, though, because we have like a team of people. I know a lot of academies. They got like one guy teaches every single class. That's draining,
Yeah.
So we got.
I teach 2 classes, and I feel like I'm like absolutely drained. Like someone who's doing all those classes, like my God, that's gonna be.
So we'll have
crazy.
like Eric will teach a class, and I'll assist, and then we'll have another coach, Coach John, teach a class, and then Eric will assist, and so we just kind of all help each other out in that way.
Kind of like a round robin almost.
Yeah,
you
need
definitely
that.
need more than one
For kids?
For kids,
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How do you keep them focused that long? How long a class? An hour?
So it depends on the age. So for the 4, 5, and 6, it's 40 minutes.
Yeah.
For the
Can't
7
go
to
over
10,
40 minutes. Like
you
we'll
lose them
lose
at 30, honestly.
Of course.
Sometimes you lose them at 30.
Yeah, I'm sure.
For the 7 to 10-year-olds, it's 50 minutes.
Okay.
And then 11 and up is an hour long.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is it just jiu-jitsu, or do you guys do other martial arts there too?
No, it's just jiu-jitsu. I mean, we have a judo black belt who leads adult judo classes on Monday,
Sweet.
but pretty much it's still BJJ what we're teaching. That's like
Yeah.
the bread and butter.
And then what's your curriculum look like? Like, what are you guys doing any kind of self-defense inside there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's usually why parents come to you. They're like, hey, I want my kid to learn self-defense, and I want focus, and I want discipline. Like
So other than
across the
just
board.
sport, you focus on the
Yeah,
self-defense
yeah,
aspect
so-
of it.
Certainly early on too, like because we have a lot of like I don't want to say like karate moms coming in, like I want my kid to learn self-defense. I want like bully defense. So a lot of times, especially starting out, we focus a lot. We've been like lately just splitting up classes a lot, like more advanced students over here, white belts over here, and we just start introducing like more like self-defense based Brazilian jiu-jitsu until they get their feet wet, and when they get 6 months training in, we'll start showing more like sport specific, people
Start
who know
hitting the
jiu-jitsu,
parent
like counters to counters, exactly. No, so
Yeah. Do the kids do no-gi as well?
yeah, we have no-gi classes on Fridays. We used to just do it for like gray and white belts and above. So for us, it's like 6 months and up. But classes started getting like they were pretty small, which is good. But now we just kind of opened up to everybody. We're like, the hell with it. We'll just open up to everybody, and they've been pretty big as of late. So
The belt, I think I know the belting system for the kids, but can you just explain the belting system?
yeah, so we follow IBJJF, right?
Yeah, for the most part, for 7 and up, we follow an IBJJF system where basically after you get a stripe every month, and then after 6 months, you're a gray and white belt. And then you get a stripe every month there until 6 months later, you're a gray belt.
Got it.
And then you change belts every year, and you're getting a stripe every month along the way. So they're getting like promoted, so they feel happy. They're seeing progress. And for kids, it's it's needed for them to see that reward.
I agree.
And so they're getting that reward along the way. But then it's still kind of a long time because they don't change belts until every year or so.
And I really like how we like handle our promotions too, like because most schools just do it with like duration of time. You get a stripe, or you've been training with us for so long, you get a stripe after like a couple months. But at the end of every month, we do like kind of like an assessment, so to speak. So like let's say for our little warriors 7 to 10 years old, for the whole month we go over 6 techniques, and we'll probably pick like 3 of those techniques. We have like a review/assessment week. So like Monday and Tuesday, we'll review those techniques, and then Wednesday and Thursday, you're actually being assessed on it. Coaches are going around with their clipboards, making sure, they're doing everything right. So it's almost like they're earning it more just by showing like actual good technique
Right.
rather than just like, you've been training for this long, here's your stripe, or, here's your belt. So seems to work really well for us, and
Yeah, I like
keeps
that.
them honest,
Yeah,
For sure.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, I look at like jiu-jitsu, like when they come up with like, we just had our belt promotion, and I was thinking about it. Like Andre does a lot of talking, he speaks during the promotion, and everything he says, makes sense. And I'm just trying to like correlate that, outside of business, and I'm looking at it like as a business. And it's kind of like, it's like we're going to college, College, you have to buy books. College, you do. You have to buy certain things to learn, right?
Yeah.
And I look at it the same way as jiu-jitsu. I mean, even though we were paying to go to that academy, and we get promoted a certain time period, and we have when we roll with Andre, he doesn't do like lessons like you, where now it's time for us to review these lessons. He's more old school for sure. When it comes to that, he'll roll with you and kind of gauge your assessment that way,
right,
as opposed to doing a certain technique X amount of this well. So I'm assuming that's how he does it. I don't want to speak for him, but that's how I would see he would do it.
With the kids, you're saying?
With the kids and with the adults.
Right.
100% with adults too.
Yeah. Well,
when he pulls me to roll with him, I know what he's doing, because he'll work certain positions and see how I defend. Or
right.
He can easily just destroy me. But he lets me work my game.
Right.
Doesn't 100% crush me, and I know he's doing something. He's thinking about something. He's doing something. He's always moving. So I kind of look at it like that, and I definitely appreciate, because I think LCCT does that as well. Like with their program, they have like a Javier was telling us, like you have to have a system. Like you have to know the system. We're gonna have a test.
I've heard of it before.
Right?
Yeah,
I feel like that's, especially when you have so many students, that's a strong way to have a program where you have like a set curriculum.
Yeah.
It's also easier to duplicate too. So, for example, let's say in our situation, actually, we lost some instructors along the way. Like it's very easy to pick it up and say, all right, I'm going to teach an arm bar in this, because you have a curriculum set. We know what we're going to test them out for.
Know what you're
Yeah, so we pretty much have like, especially for the kids, we have the whole year mapped out already. Like next week, whether it's Eric, myself, John, or any of the other coaches, we're all teaching the same thing. And then by the end of the month, we already know we're going to be assessing these kids on these, exact moves that we're doing. So
now you guys have your own little details you throw in here and there as well, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Everyone's jiu-jitsu is different.
Yeah,
exactly.
The way Paul does an arm bar is different than the way I do an arm bar. And there's little subtle details. Do you guys always incorporate that into your curriculum?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we have a set way that we do like specific things like for an arm bar. So like a lot of times we'll teach like the curriculum version, like the basic version, but then like maybe the following day, we'll branch out a bit, and just see like, little tidbits or extra details here and there, how I personally like to do it, or how, Brian likes to do it. And we even do like the same thing as far as like assessments go for adults too, because we have Professor Lovato. He has like a set curriculum that he gives to like all his associations, like white all the way through blue. And I say that because we actually have extra belts between white through blue. And I think they originally got that. Is it Hiberos?
Yeah, from the Hiberos.
Yeah. So we have. It doesn't go like white to blue. It goes white, yellow, orange, green, blue. And it's just. And we even have like specific movesets you need to go to get from like. White belt stripe 1. A lot of times, people, when they first starting off in jiu-jitsu, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to learn. Right. And we just literally give it to you. Like, first day jiu-jitsu, you don't know what to do. Okay, we're going to start you off from mount. You're going to teach, you're going to learn, like, basic stuff from mount, like X choke from mount. That's like stripe 1 stuff, and, stripe 1 will focus on mount. And then stripe 2, we focus on side control. Stripe 3 is guard, and then stripe 4 is back stuff. Yellow focuses more on like closed guard sweeps, on like submission defense. So we almost give you like a set path of like what you need to know each step of the way, rather than just be like, okay, I think I know what I need to do, or I think I know what's fundamental and what I need to know. Whereas like we're just like, okay, this is what you need to know. Like this is what Rafael Lovato Jr. is saying you need to know, so it's legit. And we have a set path all the way through blue. And once you get your blue, it's like, okay, now you have this fundamental view of like all positions in jiu-jitsu. Now it's really fun where you can kind of just make your own path. Now you start developing your own game based on what you know. So like maybe you really like spider guard. You learn like basic things from spider guard. Now you can start focusing and branching out specifically on spider guard, because that's what you want your game to be. So I really like our curriculum. It
has like a strong base.
I mean, it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, because I recently started teaching the beginners class, and Andre will be like, okay, this is what you teach. This. It gives me like but I can pick and choose what I want to show that day. Yeah. But in thinking of like how you guys are doing it, I'm like, oh yeah, that would make sense. Like, okay, I'm doing this, and Andre has his own system for doing. He's been doing it for fuck
yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
You know, he knows what he wants to show, and he
course.
knows where we need to be. I'm not there. I'm just like, Andre, what should I show today? And he's like, this is what you should show. Okay, that's what I'm going to show.
Got it.
But yeah, I like that. I like that. Like, okay, you guys have figured out for this stripe, this is what you need to know.
Right.
This is your start at mount.
No questions asked.
Right,
Like,
no
this is it. Focus on this.
Because people come in, you know, they you know, whatever they may be, they just come in to take one class or two classes, or they're going, you know, for the Groupon or whatever it is, and they're like looking around like, what am I doing here? Like,
Right.
what is it going on? And I'm
Yeah.
trying to show them, you know, a judo roll with a, you know, and they're like, I don't know what that is.
Open
Okay,
map,
just do this.
Open map becomes so much easier too, you know, because now they have something to look at.
They have
so
something.
they're like, "What do I work on?" I look at their belt. I'm like, "You got 2 stripes. Why don't you start working on the 3rd stripe stuff? You know, you
Exactly.
can start working on these closed guard arm bars or whatever it
Yeah.
is." And then also, it's really good for quality control. You know, there can be certain academies or certain schools that maybe just like you have X amount of time in, you get this belt. And maybe they don't know an armbar or they don't know this. So this really allows, like, you have to know these moves before you become a blue belt.
Yeah.
And they're not the moves that I created. They're the moves that, you know, Rafael Lovato Jr. created. So, like, we know it's coming from a good place, you know.
Right.
And the way that we teach it, we do add, like, a little subtle differences to it. But I think for the most part, we try to teach it the way that Professor Rafael does, just to not deviate too much from it, especially on those, like, earlier stripe 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, just build that base that he likes and the base that he wants to teach us.
Yeah.
And then once we start deviating a little bit more from that, we can start, you know, showing our own little style, our own little flair to it. Eric will teach, hey, I like to do X guard this way, or I like to do that. But build up that strong base and then branch out, you know.
Yeah.
Who facilitated the meeting with Rafael and everything? How did that
So
even
that was,
happen?
that was Pete,
that was Pete,
actually.
yeah.
So Pete was our original owner
Yeah.
of the academy. And I think when he opened up the academy, don't quote me on this because I didn't know him then, but I think he was actually just a white belt as well when he decided he was going to open up the school. And then when he first opened it, he got promoted to blue, or like right around that same time. But once we left Gracie Baja, we were kind of like stranded. You know, we didn't have an instructor. Well, we had Jason, but we didn't have an affiliation really.
Yeah.
And Jason was kind of already saying like, hey, there might be a chance I might have to go soon. But it wasn't anything set in stone like that. We didn't really know.
Right.
But we kind of were like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We lost Jason, and then we're like, oh, snap. Like, we're really in trouble because it's just our head instructor now is a purple belt, but we don't have anything to base. Who's going to promote him? And so he knew a guy named Kabir because he was part of a lot of martial art consulting groups. And Kabir kind of had the similar situation where he started off at a Gracie Baja, and then they fell off, and then he got in touch with Lovato through somebody else. But basically, same story. So he talked to Kabir, and Kabir's like, hey, here's Rafael's number. Why don't you guys go up there and talk to him? And Pete called him up and had a conversation with him, which I'm like surprised he just took that call like it was nothing, you know.
Yeah, right.
And he invited us.
It's like calling Michael Jordan. Hey, Michael Jordan, you mind? You know what I mean?
Right,
Think
right,
about
right.
that,
God,
right?
you picked up.
Fuck yeah. Like, why is this guy answering the phone?
I think, and I think too, when it happened, this might have been right around ADCC because I remember like Pete texted, like letting me know, he's like, I think he's at ADCC because just told me he just won a match or something like this. So it's like in between, he's like doing business deals, you know.
How cool is that? So no other sport, right? No other sport.
Yeah, no kidding.
Fuck, I love jiu-jitsu.
But it was so they got in contact, and once Pete told them the story, like, hey man, we need something, we need somebody. Let's connect. And so we all went down there to Oklahoma City, which is where Rafael is, and we trained there. And I remember our first night, I was like, I suck at jiu-jitsu.
They are
I roll.
killers
Everybody
down
there kicked my ass.
Everyone there down there too, I swear, is like 185 plus. Too. Like, there is very few small guys there.
Yeah.
And it was like absolute destruction. Like, and I remember looking over there. I was like, "Did you hold your own?" He's like, "No." Like, they all kicked my ass, and I was like, "Pete, we got to learn this. Like, we got to know this. You know, we can either like pretend like it's not there, and we could just continue with what we're doing and be like happy, like, yeah, I'm a blue belt, I'm this, or we can like actually be legit at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu."
Right.
So. Did some training with Rafael there.
I think that first year we were a part of it. I think we were down there like 4 times that year, like road trips down, just 11 hours in the car, there and back, just to train with him in his school. So it's crazy.
And that's we learned hard training through them. You know, they taught us how to train hard and what it's like to like. Yeah. You see those guys who are world champions. It's not just Rafael there. They have Justin Raiders down there too. ADCC. I think he was silver or bronze medalist. Jared Dopp is down there or was down there. He was a silver medalist at ADCC. So, they're breeding all these great jiu-jitsu guys.
Right. Yeah.
And we get to roll with them. It just elevates your game. So once we connected and we started learning the way that he does things, we had to pretty much unlearn a lot of things that we do to learn it his style. But
I learned my guard passing sucked big time. Like, I could not pass guard, but then you start learning about his, like, pressure passing. It changed my game. Like, it's crazy. So good.
Nice.
So how long do you guys go down there for when you do make a trip?
It's usually like a Tuesday through like a Friday, like not a whole week. They have like competition training there on Saturdays, which I'm kicking myself over that I still have not gone to yet usually. But it's usually like 4 or 5 days or so we go down there for.
Beautiful.
So it's awesome down there.
we try to alternate too, getting some of the coaches going now. That way we're always bringing back some information. So I'll go this month, 2 months later, he'll go, 2 months later. So
that we don't have to close down the school while we're down there.
Basically.
Right.
That's the real reason.
And then Rafael, he comes out here once or twice a year?
Yeah. Usually, I don't think he was planning on coming up to Chicago because he has he has so many affiliates that he's got to make sure he's seeing everyone as much as he can.
Sure.
So I think he was gonna not come by, but with Bellator, he was in Chicago. He's like, well, shit, let's do a seminar.
Yeah.
So he'll come like once a year or so. We'll have him.
Did he do the seminar before he fought?
He did it after.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were kind of nervous, well, shit, I hope he walks out of it unscathed, and thankfully he did. It only lasted like a minute, 2 minutes.
It was funny. After the fight, we went up to the hotel just to congratulate him.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, Brian, I'm in one piece right now. I'm not hurt for the seminar. He's like, I was a little bit skeptical about it. I was like, thank God,
Yeah, me too.
So is the seminar for kids or is it just adults when he
So
runs
usually we do two. This time it was only adults.
Okay.
But typically we'll do a Friday. We'll do a 1 hour seminar for the kids just because we have so many kids, And I don't think there's too many schools doing seminars for kids either. So it's a kind of little bonus for all the other kids in the area. And then on Saturday we'll do one for the adults. So
Okay.
They all get to experience it.
Oh, man.
So you guys are both ranked under Lovato? You're a purple under him?
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I got promoted to blue belt from Jason Matthews.
Okay.
Same. You got your blue and I got my purple on the same day.
Yeah, you're right, actually. But our latest stripes have come from Rafael.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
So the belts are honored.
Yes, honorary
Gosh.
belts.
So you get a certificate from him as well, right? You
Eventually
will at the
for
next promotion.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Possibly. I hope so. That'd be nice.
Yeah. We have to get ours.
What?
Certificate from Andre.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's got to print those out.
You going to put it on the wall?
Yeah.
Man, that's an accomplishment.
Why would I not?
I don't know.
I got some space right here.
Do people do that? Or do they wait till black belt? Because that's the diploma.
No, I think I'm going to put my certificates with the belts together,
You're going to make a whole thing, aren't you?
Come on, Paul.
I know.
I got to do something. I got a lot of room.
His first gi, you see that thing up there on the wall?
That's your first gi?
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
the 90s gi.
That's from 1993, 4, somewhere in there.
There you go. Nice.
That's the first white belt.
I can't believe that.
It's crazy.
How much shit do you hold on to? Is your house just completely... Do you have, everything?
No. I mean, I had that gi, in my old gym bag in a fucking, thrown on the bottom of some kind of, wardrobe closet in my basement in our old house. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
And I'm I know I have this somewhere, and I fucking dug it out with my collie sticks and everything else I had there. Yeah. I had that gi.
I have no idea where my first gi is. It's mine was all yellow at the end of it too, and just
this thing's ripped up a lot. I'm I don't even remember training that much. Obviously, I did, but this gi's all ripped. It's not even a real gi. That's a judo karate thing because they didn't have gis in the early '90s.
Actually, I ripped up my first gi for a costume. I wanted to. Did you? Yeah. I was gonna do. I think it was Ryu from Street Fighter.
So the sleeves.
Yeah, I was well, this doesn't fit me anymore, so I just cut down the sleeves and
funny.
Put on a belt and put some red tape on my head.
Who's the guy who does that? He ripped the sleeves off of his gi, and he does comedy parodies about jiu-jitsu.
Oh, that's Master Ken.
Master Ken.
Yeah, you're right.
I think I heard that guy.
That's right. He does that.
Did you see the one he did about 10th Planet?
No.
It was so
That's
good.
very funny.
They were acting like they were super baked and everything.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. check that one out.
Man, did you see that High Rollers?
I did not. Did you guys catch that?
High Rollers.
I saw the clip. I didn't see
I
like
saw
the
a clip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
that's
Jeff
kinda what
Glover.
I've seen, too.
I think it was Jeff Glover smoking weed, and then passing it over to his.
He won that, right? He won the whole thing.
think he did.
Yeah. So
Isn't that whole tournament based on getting high and competing or
That's
something?
it. Yeah, they basically smoke a joint and then they compete.
So you smoke.
There's a niche for that.
You smoke before each match, and then you compete, and the winner got a pound of weed.
Yeah.
That was the grand prize.
That was it. Are they smoking sativa or are they smoking what kind of weed they smoking
I
there,
have
Paul?
no idea,
What are they doing?
dude.
Like,
They did. I don't think they got that specific.
hysterical.
on the-
I would like to know, right? 'Cause
I'd like
one
to know the
does- 'cause
strand.
They do. 'Cause
strain.
It does different things, right?
That could
Yeah.
play a factor.
It would
play a
Honestly,
huge
I didn't
factor.
even think of that.
You have to
Right?
take like a certain amount of hits too, and then you roll. Like, how competitive is that?
I don't know. Like, no. We need to take a bong rip. You know.
And what if the other guy replaces it with the other one, and he's like, "Oh, and this guy just falls asleep on the mat," and you're like, "All right, he's just all right. I'm fucking him up now."
Well, if you fall asleep, it's definitely indica.
Indica, right?
Yeah, it's that couch potato weed where
That's
you're
the
just
one.
like, boom.
Yeah, that's what you got to switch. Be like, hey, no, this is the one you got.
This is the one you get.
Right.
You get this one. Sorry.
Very bizarre. A lot of people were kind of not too happy about that. Like, if you, I mean, I like to look at, like I saw that clip and I was like, let me read the comments here.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm just scrolling through the comments, and people are like, no wonder it's hard for us to be looked at as professional athletes and trying to get our athletes paid when guys are going out there competing for pot.
Yeah, I
can see
I
some
could
point
kind
in
of see that
that.
argument.
I can, but I don't care
Yeah.
personally. Like, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me because I would not want to face any of those guys.
No, 100%.
Destroy
Like, if you're in the game, like how good those guys are,
Right.
whether or not they smoke weed.
Doesn't matter.
But from an outsider's perspective, like if
Yeah.
you're trying to grow jiu-jitsu and somebody were to see those clips on Instagram, they'd be like, "Oh, that's what you guys do."
Right.
Yeah.
They're like,
they
how effective is that martial art? You like, obviously not. If you could just get high and tumble around with your buddies, you know
They
what I
would
mean?
know,
Like,
though, right?
They
That that's
wouldn't
not
know.
the norm. They would know that that's not the norm, right? They would like see that and be like,
You would hope so.
But I'm
You would
saying
hope so.
they would have, I think, less respect for the art,
see.
saying like, it can't be that hard if you get baked
Yeah.
into it, you know?
I think that's
true.
the old mentality of thinking for sure. I think the younger generation
I'm not
coming
saying
up.
that's what I think.
I know that. I'm just saying. I think that the I don't know what the age group would be now. 32 and up would be that. I think the younger generation who are now, that weed's legal in a lot of
Yeah,
states
growing up
now,
with
and it's
it.
different. And
Right.
they're growing up with it. That's just the norm. It's like some people drink, some people smoke weed, some people do that. It's just that's
For
just
sure.
normal now.
But I mean, like, on TV, like on the mat, like in the middle of competition, like
Right.
with
Could
the
you imagine if they did
referee
that?
hands you the joint, you know what I mean?
They do that like in the NBA or something.
Yeah.
Like referee just.
That would be funny.
All right, guys, let's play.
Maybe they should do it in the
I
NBA.
mean, I don't know. It's like if you were a parent and you're like, look, my kid's getting bullied. I'd like to sign him up for a martial art. And you remember seeing that clip a few months ago.
Yeah.
You're like, well, definitely not jiu-jitsu, right? Because
they just smoke
they
weed
just
out there.
smoke weed and tumble around.
Right. I can
That's
totally
not,
see that.
You know what I mean?
That
Like,
makes
because
sense,
they
yeah.
don't know
That does
that
make sense.
They don't know it's super effective.
Right.
But they'd see that clip and go, they can't be that effective, right?
Right. And then you see the guy who can just like wave his arms and the guys fall
The
down.
guys fall down.
That's
They're
like
like,
send my kid to that.
That's the one we wanna
That's
do.
the one we gotta go to.
Exactly.
That guy doesn't even have to do anything; just waves his hands and the people just fall down.
Those videos are the best.
They're my favorite.
There's
for
so
sure.
many of them out there too.
There are.
I'm almost thinking that now there's some fake ones out there. People are just trying to.
Oh, I've seen fake ones out
Yeah.
there for sure.
Yeah, right.
It's funny. I think Joe Rogan on his Instagram always reshares those. You can see a lot of those fake
legit
ones.
as fuck. Yeah. Yeah. He just posted one today, actually.
Did he really?
Yeah. Yeah. This guy, he didn't even do a hand motion.
No.
To throw the energy across the room.
Yes.
It was a stare, and he fucking
Whoa.
completely dropped this
Blue steel.
With a stare.
and there was the best was there was 5 guys behind the dude ready to catch him.
Wow. Did they catch him?
Oh yeah, they caught him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Do you think they know it's bullshit? Like, do you think they know?
No, I think
Or do
there's
they just
really
believe it,
stupid
like-
people out there. They believe
Yeah.
it.
It's like a cult, with those
Yeah.
people.
It's so fascinating.
Some people really want something to believe in.
Like, let's do that.
Something extraordinary.
That's interesting. Fuck. Oh well.
Go to church or something, you know?
It's the same thing. Really.
Right?
Realistically, it's the same thing. This guy says he can, stop you with his eyes gazing at you.
Yeah.
That seems a lot cooler than going to church, personally.
Does seem.
Yeah. I'd rather
Probably
go to
fall
that.
asleep less, right? I remember I used to go to church, I used to just fall asleep.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. Like, what are we doing sitting? That's why I think the Catholic Church, they have you, like, there's always a constant movement. Like, kneel, sit, stand, shake. It's like always doing something. Bow your head.
18 years of my life right there.
Right? It's the whole.
So you don't fall asleep. You have to keep.
Yeah, you got to keep moving. Then you kneel down. I remember I used to kneel down and just put my butt like on the pew, like to sit back, like just like.
Ooh, can't do that.
Can't do that. The
No.
sister would come around and just crack you. Like, get your butt off there.
You're right.
Sit up straight or kneel up straight. I'm
Right.
like, are you fucking serious?
I know.
Come on,
God,
man.
and an hour back then felt like
Forever.
a day.
Fucking ever.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude. I was an altar boy.
Were you really?
Fuck yeah, you had to be. What are you gonna do? Then they used to tell us, like, when we used to do like funerals, we get like extra little kick, you know, little $5 here and there.
Yeah, yeah.
It was nice. And then
break me off my cut.
right, funeral, and then they like the nuns would give us like every time you would do a service, they'd give you like a like you did one, did two, and then at end of the season or year or whatever it was, the school year, that you'd get a prize.
It's like a reward program.
Like a reward program, right? So if the more you would, masses you would do, the better prize you'd get, So I remember I got like a calculator.
Ooh.
Yeah, wow.
Nice.
Cool.
TI-84.
It was not even that. It was so ridiculous. Like, had this glass holder and this like gray calculator, like just like a regular, nothing fancy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was for a second grader. I don't know, man. I don't know what the point of that was. It was just sitting in my room. I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. Couldn't bring it to school.
You think that those experiences shaped who you are now?
Oh, for sure.
You have your values from that?
No, not at all. No, it's so ridiculous. I think it's all ridiculous.
Okay.
I'm not into that at all.
Right.
I can't get on board with that.
You couldn't credit anything to that upbringing?
No, I don't know. It's hard to say because I can't undo it.
You can't undo it,
Right,
exactly.
it's who I am. But I definitely see that if you don't grow, like if you stay the same, you keep doing that same routine, like, okay, this Sunday we're going to Mass, and that's the routine you're in. And you don't really question it. I don't know. I started questioning I was older because I went through Catholic high school. And then you get taught in Catholic high school, and you just go through this routine, and it becomes natural. You're like, oh, and then after high school, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what is this? And I started thinking, like, did I read the whole Bible? I don't even know if I actually read the whole Bible. But then you start hearing other people, and I'm listening to different podcasts. I'm just like, I don't know if this is all for me. I don't know if this really makes sense.
Right.
Some things didn't make sense, and I was like, and I just took it as fact. Like,
yeah.
The great, like, Noah's Ark. I took that as fact.
Right.
Like, I'm thinking to myself, that's not possible. Like, that's impossible. Like, there's no way.
You're not supposed to question it, man. You just
But
gotta,
that's
just gotta
like,
believe. You gotta have
that's
faith.
not even, that can't even be science. Like, you
Right.
can't gather up all of the species
That'd
in
be
the
a
world.
huge boat.
How fucking big would that be? And why wouldn't they all kill each other?
Yeah,
Like,
doesn't
why would the lions fuck up everybody? Why aren't they, like, decimate everybody? Like,
Yeah.
how fucking is that possible?
The lion's like, great, I'm on a cruise.
I get to just fuck everything up and just be me.
Right.
Awesome. But when you get raised up and you just they don't really explain to you, like, oh, it's a interpretation. They don't even say anything like that. They just
metaphor.
keep it very like, this is fact. This is what we learned. This
I
is in
know.
the Bible. This is the way it is.
I think it's meant to be
man.
that way, though, right? Isn't that story
I don't-
particular? I think it's meant to be like literal.
I don't even know to this day. I don't even know. And some people take it literally.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's you. I'm sorry, I can't do that. But I had a fun time. Like in grammar school, I don't know if you guys know. You ever heard of Two Live Crew?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that came out when I was younger. And I was in 8th grade. And I had, the cassette. And so we would play it, you know, because we thought we were cool back then.
Yeah.
You know, it had a lot of swear words and dirty words.
Right.
And, you know, we didn't even know what the fuck was, you know, I didn't know at that age. I was like, I don't know, it just sounds really cool. But I knew there were swear words in it, but I didn't really understand everything that was in it. So I don't know how one of the kids got his cassette tape taken away by one of the nuns, and it turned out to be this whole fucking ordeal. And then our parents had to come in and be like, do you know your kids are listening to this? You know, one. We're having some fun, you know, in the bed. And we don't know what the fuck we're doing. Like, what are they doing in the bedroom? I don't know. Playing video games at that time? I have no idea. But it turned out to be this whole thing. And those nuns, man, oh, they hated us.
Oh, yeah.
They fucking hated us. They were just,
Oh, yeah.
they were so miserable.
Anything involving sex is the devil.
They were just miserable.
Right.
They were so miserable. Oh, Sister Agatha. Oh my God.
Calling her out.
Calling her out, man.
Where you at, Sister Agatha?
Wherever she's at. She was, oh man, you saw her coming down the hall. That's
Dude,
it.
All of them. I went to Catholic school too. Like all the nuns were miserable. That's what a lifetime of not getting laid.
That's what,
That's what that is.
Yeah,
brutal.
That's what it does to you.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Ask Eric. He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was brutal. Yeah, those nuns, man. Yeah, they didn't like us at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't.
What
I
about
don't
you
know.
guys? Any Catholic school?
No, I mean I went to public school, but I was raised in a Catholic household, so I was going to church
CCD?
every Sunday. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I was
my
a
mom
CCD
was my
guy.
CCD teacher, and I was horrible to her.
Stop it,
Yeah,
really?
I feel bad about that.
Yeah.
You know, because you got to be the cool kid when your mom's
Yeah,
a teacher, and
course.
you know you feel you can get away with stuff.
Right.
You know, so I was
Yeah.
just sorry to this day. Sorry, Mom, if you're listening.
Shout out to mom.
But yeah, I mean, I was raised Catholic. You know, my whole life. Like I said, I went to public school, but you know, every Sunday I'd go. You know, and just kind of like the same way with you. You know, you get like after high school, you know, late teen years, you start to question, and
Right.
you know, everyone has their own journey and whatnot. But you know, yeah, I was the same way.
Yeah.
So
Who knows? You might circle back around, Zito.
I don't think so.
Who knows?
I'm
Find
good.
faith again.
I'm good.
Have faith, bro.
I have faith in my jujitsu.
Okay.
That's the only thing I have faith in right
there
now.
you go.
How about you, Eric? How long have you been training for?
So I started training like right after high school. No one in my family really has a martial arts background at all. I did like Shotokan karate when I was like, 7, 8, 9 years old with my sister. My sister was a black belt, 2 years in, she got her black belt. Big deal.
Gangster.
Yeah, for sure. But, I was really into baseball. I played it really competitively up till I was about like 16 or so. I did wrestling in high school. But that was like even before I even liked it. Like I was just doing it because my friends were doing it. You know? Now, if I could go back and do 4 years of it, I totally would.
Right.
But I wasn't really into it until after I stopped doing baseball competitively, and I was about 16 because baseball is fun and whatnot. But like when you do it like your whole life, and then like you get to a certain age, it becomes more like a job than like actual fun.
Right.
And like I just got sick of it by the time I was like a freshman, sophomore in high school, and it just sucks all the fun out of it. It's like so competitive, and like parents in sports too, like
Right.
they can just make it horrible, and it's like a lot of politics involved, and I just hated it after a while.
Did you have to go to like tryouts? To
Oh
get on
yeah,
certain
for
teams?
sure. And like I was doing
remember
travel
that.
ball like 13 through just about to high school, and then it was high school ball, high school baseball, and I did it my my freshman sophomore year, and then after sophomore year I was just done. Like I wanted nothing to do with it. So I really didn't have any like thing to do really after baseball. I had nothing to really fill that void really. So after high school I started doing I was really inspired by obviously like a lot of people like Hoist Gracie, but it was really Matt Hughes that really got me into it too, because I'd see like UFC highlights of him like taking people down, smashing the hell out of them and submitting them. And I really liked, I was like, wow, that's awesome. Like I want to learn that ground aspect of it, So I lived in Crystal Lake my whole life, and, Team Curran out there, Jeff Curran,
Right.
He's been out there forever. So I took my first class with one of my best friends who ironically now is one of my students. So it was a cool little full circle there.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. We took our first class together, and I was doing jiu-jitsu for, a couple of years when I was, still living in Crystal Lake. Then I went away to school, went to Illinois State University. I found a Gracie Baja down there, which is kind of what led me to Gracie Baja Schaumburg down the road. It's because I had such a great experience there. But I mean, I wasn't training that much. I mean, they were open. They were a small school, you know, in the middle of nowhere, Bloomington Normal. So they were open like Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. So I go train there on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but you know, it's State University, big binge drinking culture.
Right.
So I never made it to Saturdays and whatnot.
ISU, baby.
Yeah, Illinois State. But so I was training there, you know, a couple times a week.
Bloomington Normal.
Yeah, dude, it's so much fun. Yeah, it's. I mean, there's not a lot to do there, so all you really
it's a
do
great
is
place for a college town.
Yeah,
but like
exactly.
I've got a couple clients over there.
I couldn't imagine like living there. Like, oh, you live in Bloomington Normal? Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know.
So what do you do?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but after school, I found Gracie Baja Schaumburg. Got my purple belt through Jason, and then lo and behold, I become the head instructor like a couple of years later. So if you would have asked me like 5 years ago, like, Eric, you're going to be the head instructor of a Brazilian jiu-jitsu school at a purple belt, and it's just like, what? Like, seriously?
Right.
That's awesome. Because before I got into this, went to school, Illinois State University, got my degree in marketing, went into the workforce, worked at a Fortune 500 company just in their sales department in my little box, with my computer, beaming lights on top of me,
Right.
And it came to the point where I just got sick of it. It was a really stressful job. I couldn't sleep Sunday nights. Like, I was so like filled with anxiety,
Really?
just going into the next day, Monday, here we go. And it just came to the point where I was actually doing Fight to Win the first time I came to Chicago, and like I was training for that, and work was getting really stressful, and it just came to the point where it just blew up, and I was just like, fuck it, like, I'm out.
So you just quit?
I just quit. Not
even 2 weeks. You're like, see ya.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I did give my 2 weeks notice. Good. I was professional in that aspect.
Yeah.
So I started training or teaching part time. I was already kind of coaching there a little bit here and there, but Pete started giving me more hours, so I was only probably working there like 20 hours a week.
Doing Uber on the side.
Yeah, Ubering, making ends meet.
Yeah,
nice.
So eventually just started working there full time, and then Pete had to kind of bow out, and then I was the next guy up, head instructor.
What was Pete? Was Pete a black belt?
No, he got his purple belt too.
So he's a purple belt. Nice.
Yeah, so got out of that corporate workforce and got to start doing what I love, So
that corporate workforce
best move I ever made in my whole life.
Oh
yeah,
for
so
sure.
fuck.
And there's more and more people doing that though, kind of like leaving the job.
We had a student do that recently.
Yeah, another one who's also kind of same deal, like working in a cubicle, not really liking what he's doing, just said, you know what, I'm done, I'm out. He actually has no plans, just kind of like, I'm out and I'm going to figure it out as I go.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of it. I mean, you left for a reason. I mean, and you worked 2 jobs to make up for leaving that job. But you're going to see this next generation coming
there's
up.
more opportunities now.
I think people are just going to be like, this isn't fun. I don't like this. Yeah, that's why it's called work.
Right. Yeah. Well, that too. But I think there's definitely more opportunities with these businesses like Uber, where you can,
Yeah.
How
more
great is Uber?
self-employment opportunities.
The best.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to, man. I think the future is going to be more jobs like that, where these companies are going to be able to create your own job, and you make your own hours, and you do your own thing, and you could make as much money as you want, or you can make, because there's no cap on Uber, right? You can work Uber all day.
Yeah.
Every day?
You can. I didn't.
No, but you could.
You
I mean, there's no, like, they can't, they're not
Doesn't
saying,
the app like kick in at some point and be like, you've been driving for 23 hours?
I don't know. That's why I want to know. Because I don't. Yeah, right. But there has to be then, right? Because legally you can't. Because in truck driving you can't.
Right.
For a certain amount of hours, you have to pull off the road.
Yeah.
But is that like for Uber as well?
I honestly, I don't know. I was doing it for like maybe 6 months, and then I just got sick of that too. And eventually, it came at a good time because then I started getting more hours too. It's like, oh, thank God, I don't have to do this anymore.
So when you first signed up for Uber, did it tell you, hey, you can only work 50 hours a week? Or
No.
they were just
No.
like, fuck it, drive 24/7.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Fuck. As long as you get 5 stars, we don't care.
Yeah.
Rating was important, right, for Uber?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's huge.
Yeah.
We just found out I live like a block away from Eric.
I know.
Yeah.
You guys could have carpooled here.
We could have carpooled.
Yeah.
It's got to be communicating.
No, for
more.
next time, I guess, right?
Osco Village, baby.
Yeah, it's a fun little area. Yeah,
I
love
like it
there.
What do you like around there?
I mean, I haven't been living there that long. I used to live like in Palatine, Schaumburg. I grew up in Crystal Lake. So this is like the first full year I'm here. So we signed our lease last August. So this is our first full summer here.
This is your first apartment ever in the city?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because my girlfriend was going to school out in UIC.
Okay.
She recently just graduated, so it was easy for her to commute. And I was like, fuck it. I've never lived in the city before. It's a great opportunity
the city
too.
life
So I
thing.
love it.
Yeah.
The commute kind of sucks.
Right.
Spend a lot in gas.
Yeah.
But I enjoy the commute, honestly.
Yeah.
Audiobooks,
Grappler Union podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
what's
saying. So I do love it. So
Helping
I'm really
people's
exploring a lot
commutes,
more.
that's what we do.
That's what we do. Yeah, for sure. I don't know. The city for me is rough.
Really?
To live, it's rough.
I love it.
I don't know if I could do it. Actually, I know I can't do it. It's just too many people. I don't know. A lot
Isn't
of people.
like all of your clients in the city? Aren't you in the city
No.
all the time anyway?
I'm in the city, yes, some days, but I just want to get out of there. Like I go train there, obviously, but I couldn't live there because I have a car and I've got parking is rough.
How long have you been in the city for?
This is 3 years now.
3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I lived in Park Ridge, and
I love that area.
I bought a house in Park Ridge, so I just lived in my house, and then I was like, this fucking sucks. Dude. This is like, I'm like, air quotes, like I made an investment, and I'm not like paying rent. I'm, and the American dream, right? Get into a bunch of debt.
That's the American dream.
But I was like, what the fuck? Like I basically live amongst senior citizens and families. And I'm like, at the time, I'm 28 and I'm single. Like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I'm like, screw it. I rented the house out. And I'm like, if it covers my mortgage and taxes, boom, I'm out of here.
There you go.
And it does. And so I just like scooped up an apartment in the city. Yeah. Moved like a block away from Monaco's, at Wood and Augusta. And lived there for 2 years, and that lease ended. And then I moved in with my roommate who just got divorced, and his wife moved out. And he's like, God, I'm renting out this room for $500. I'm like, I'll grab that for a couple of months, And that allowed me to get real picky on the next place I wanted,
Yeah.
And not like, when your lease ends, you're like, shit, I got to grab a new spot soon, And then you kind of like end up settling, This was just kind of like an open end, like stay as long as you need to. That allowed me to quit my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
That was the best thing.
And then train jiu-jitsu, like
Fuck yeah, I did
2
2 a
days.
days
Great moment.
for
Good feeling.
for months.
4 months,
Fun,
right?
isn't
Yeah,
it?
something like that, like all summer. It was great, dude. Really helped my game a lot. I mean, it can't last forever, but it gave me a nice kind of like, I needed to leave my job. I was there for 12 years, and I'm so much happier where I am now. But like also that like couple of months in between the jobs, I trained like all the time. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So I love living in the city.
Yeah. It's been a great experience for me so far.
For now.
So.
I mean, like, I don't know if you and your girl plan on having kids in the future or something like that. You'll probably end up going back out to the burbs anyway. That's what everyone does.
That's eventually on the horizon.
Right.
So
you
why
know,
is that?
moving
Why
back
is
out.
that you can't have kids in the city?
The schools.
Oh, the school.
Yeah.
School's not good in the city?
Some of them are,
Yeah.
but those are hard to get into, right? Then you have to test into them, or
There's
you have
a
to live in
lot
a
of-
certain jurisdiction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's
Like,
a lot of small families in Roscoe, though. There's a lot of families out there.
Right.
So
Well,
I
you
don't
don't
know.
really have to.
Eric
think
has
about
hopes he doesn't have to leave. I'm not going back to the.
You don't have to do it until like the kid's like 7, and then it's like, oh, we better find a decent school.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm just not. I think school is ridiculous anyway.
Shut up,
Personally.
Zito. Okay.
Well, when I mean ridiculous, I mean it's like, what are they really like? It's so like seems so like not real world shit. Like I don't know how much I learned in like that really was worth it.
Yeah. And everything that you learn too is like irrelevant like 3 or 4 years later.
Yeah, I just
World's
don't know
changing
if that's.
so fast.
I don't know if the school has evolved to where we are technologically in the world. Like,
I don't think so.
Like
No
history
way.
class, like what are they teaching you in history class? Like,
I mean,
what does that-
comprehension and
what does that look like? you know?
retention
I
and
don't
being able to
disagree with that,
read.
but I
and
just think that the
history
school
repeats
system-
itself. I think it's important to know history.
I agree, but I think the school systems curriculums need to be a little different. a little different. I think
Yes,
I think they're doing
everything,
the same
everything
thing all
could
the time.
be improved. But like school isn't stupid. You know what I mean?
I agree, but what makes a bad school?
Low test scores. So teachers who don't give a fuck, kids who lower income come from lower income housing where the parents aren't really all that involved with the schooling, and thus you know, like when you go train somewhere, you train with a bunch of black belts, you like end up becoming better for it, right? Well, you got to surround yourself, you know, who you surround yourself around is who you become, kind of, you know?
Definitely.
I don't know if you guys are golfers, but if you golf with guys who suck at golf, you're going to have a shitty round.
Agreed.
If you golf with guys that are good, you're going to play better than you normally do.
Yeah, you elevate to the game.
Right.
Yeah, so you think that works the same way in school?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And your network, you know, your network of people
I don't know.
that you stay friends with after high school. And
I just
after
feel that
college.
in that model, then the people who don't have the means to go to a really good school, they don't get elevated. So now you're always going to have that separation between the classes.
You're
per
talking
se.
about solving the world now, where I'm just talking about a parent's perspective. Like
Right.
they don't give a fuck about anything but like their kid.
I know.
You know.
And maybe that's a problem. Maybe they should care more about the community as a whole.
I think you should start.
There you
I
go.
think you should be the guy.
Change
'Cause you
the
don't have
world,
any. You
Zito.
don't have a dog in the fight.
I don't have any dog in the
Zito
fight.
is going to help out the
I'm going to
community.
help them all out. Big brother.
Education system. He's going to walk in. Right, everyone's doing jujitsu. Done.
Done. See ya.
Don't need to
Change
do
the
anything
world.
else.
Plus 1, 2. Get the fuck out of
Get the
here.
fuck out of here.
Count to 10. 10 arm bars.
Well, you guys have a shitload of kids at your place, so
Yeah, we do.
You have to deal with a lot of parents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
They're all listening too. So we
Are they listening? Well,
Do you have any of those parents that are like, you know, what are those called?
here I'll say a few things too, and then you guys could just wink at me. You know? But Mineko has a sign in the gym that says "Parents, no coaching."
Yeah.
You know?
We've had that conversation a few
Okay.
times. It's really not a problem, though, for the most part, like parents trying to coach from the side. I almost kind of wish, like I talked about it before, like a barrier between like our mats and like the seating area. Not because of parents coaching, but like there's so much distraction off the mats.
Right.
You know, I almost wish we had like that barrier between like kids and parents so we have their full attention.
Yeah.
There's no distractions because, I mean, for the amount of students we have with the space that we have, it can get pretty loud in there, you know. So and that would obviously eliminate if we ever do have any, you know, obstacles with, you know, parents trying to teach off the side, you know, it would eliminate that too. But
Right.
It'd be great, but we don't have it.
yeah, we
Your
don't.
kids roll, right? At all
Yeah,
ages?
for sure.
All ages.
Yeah, well, no, not if they're. I guess they do like positional training, so they don't do like sparring at all ages. You know, so like the 4, 5, and 6-year-olds. We'll do like games called like race to mount, where they're like back to back, and then we say go, and they basically just push each other over until they get to mount. You know, because they can't
That's how
like
they
go
learn.
3 minutes. You know, they'll lose interest easily. So we
They
do
lose
little
interest
things
after
like that.
1 minute of sparring. Like even like our more like our 6-year-olds who actually like want to compete, and like most of their matches in most competitions are like 3 minutes. But like trying to get them to engage for 3 minutes, like it's impossible. Like they lose interest within like a minute and a half.
They just stand up and just walk away from each other.
They do.
See ya.
Sometimes it turns into like a game of chase. Like tag. It's like, no, guys, we got to engage. Like, what are we doing? Yeah.
Oh, those videos are the best.
The parents for that age group are great though, because in that sense, I actually like having the parents there because they'll like cheer on their kids.
Yeah.
And I like that. I like,
Encouragement.
exactly. Like they
Nice.
do something good and everyone claps. It's almost like it's a
Yeah.
show, you know.
Right.
Like they do something, everybody claps. The kids are happy. They leave with a smile on their faces. It makes me happy too. So you know, everyone's a winner.
Okay, good.
You get to some of the older kids, however, and you do get those parents that like to coach them. Not too many, but
Right.
we do have to have that conversation. We're like, hey,
From time
we're
to
the
time.
coaches. We do the coaching.
Right.
And they mean well, though. That's the other thing is they think they're helping by, you know, saying like, "Oh, you go for that," or you know, do this. They think they're helping. You just got to let them know like it doesn't help anybody. Really.
Right.
Let us do our thing. But it's not like a terrible issue.
Okay.
So no like crazy mom stories.
There's got to be some crazy mom
Man,
stories.
we definitely have like.
You
I
don't
know,
have to say their names.
No, we definitely have a lot of different, like, man, everyone comes from a different background. We got, I remember we had one one parent who was in class or, watching her kid. And she was just, I don't know what was going on. She was very weird for whatever reason. And she was telling a story to this one lady next to her. And she's telling her, and then the other lady's like, oh, my shoulder hurts or something like that. And she just goes over and starts punching her in the arm. And she said, this will make it better. She's punching. They were like, what's going on? Like, it kind of almost became like a big deal. And I was like, uh-oh, we got some crazies in here,
Oh, man. I see those, like, parents that think their kid deserves to be like, because maybe they don't understand jiu-jitsu if they first bring them in, and they're like, oh, well, I know this academy over there gave black belts to a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Why aren't we getting a black belt?
Right.
I love that too.
Do they come to you like, well, how long does it take for them to get a black belt? And the kid's like 4.
Your whole life forever.
Yeah, I love like when parents come in like, so where can my kid start off in the belt system? Because he's a black belt in karate. It's like,
yeah.
Really?
Oh,
That's
really?
nice. Well, we'll start him at white belt just like everyone else.
Right, yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah,
see
I
it
forgot,
sometimes.
Like, he comes from a different discipline, right?
Is there something less than white? Because now we have to unlearn everything that he knows.
Sometimes
that's
we'll get the
true.
phone calls too. We're like, I really want my child to become a black belt soon, So like, what's the time frame for it? I'm like, well, they can't. Like, you got to be 16. Like, oh, they can't. You can't be black belts. Like, oh, I don't know if that's what I want my child to be doing. I'm like, all right, well.
It's like, well, then
So
I guess
they're-
we don't want you here. Like,
Wow, so they're into it just for like
Yeah, there's
the
definitely, we get those phone calls where they just want like,
accolades.
yeah,
just-
and they don't know, they just think that having the black belt automatically makes you better at whatever. I don't know.
Isn't that crazy? That's
Yeah.
weird. Like, what a
Almost-
strange thing.
Yeah. Wow.
Timmy, he's black belt,
Black
14
belt.
years old. He's fucking everybody up. It's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. It makes me so sad that.
Do they think maybe
there
like the
is-
reputation of having the black belts will like give their kid confidence or like scare away schoolyard bullies? Like,
I don't know. I think he's a target at
that's
14.
Anthony Zito. He's got a black belt.
we had
Yeah.
a student one
Who
time.
cares? He's a nerd. Beat him up.
We had a student one time who quit because it was like really early on too. He was maybe with us for like, I want to say like 2 months or something like that. And the mom's like, yeah, he's a black belt in karate, so he's been doing this stuff for a while. And in one of the classes, he was sparring with the kid, and the kid took him down, and he started crying over it. And he quit because of that. He's like, oh, this is too rough for him. I want him doing something different. I just remember thinking, like, you said he's a black belt. Like,
Right.
what do you expect out of this?
And that's the thing. I mean, they get these belts based on just kata, right?
Yeah.
Which is just a forms. You just, I can show you a karate chop really, really well. They still do like breaking, like I think Taekwondo, they still like break boards and stuff like that to get your degrees and stuff
Right,
like that
right,
after
right.
you hit black.
Right.
I don't understand that. Like, how's that you breaking a piece of wood? How does that make you good at anything?
Well, I mean,
Other than
Makes you good
creating
at breaking
firewood.
wood. Yeah.
Like, I can get this fire going, guys. Hang on. I've got some wood down. It doesn't make sense to me.
there's got to be technique in breaking that board, right?
Is there?
I don't know.
I
You got to
would
hit
think.
it. You got to hit it like perfectly with the ball of your foot.
What are you
kinda.
talking about? Okay. So how's that class look? Okay, guys, we got 10 pieces of wood here. I'm going to show you where to hit this wood. Come on, there's no class like that. There can't be.
I mean, what do you want them to do to earn their belt, dude? They can't like striking is so hard to go, train full force every day.
Of course.
You're gonna break ribs. You're gonna break noses. Fucking knock out teeth. KO people. I know what you're saying.
wood.
The jiu-jitsu.
Concrete.
I mean,
Like, what are we doing
What do
here?
you want them to hit?
I don't
What
want them
would
to
you
hit.
like
I don't want them to hit
You want
wood or
hit everything?
concrete.
Okay.
I think the guy should put on gear and do a full spar session. Like, one guy should be in one of those like helmets and let him fucking show his technique.
Okay.
It does have some, for kids, it has some like merit for the wow factor. So I know a lot of karate schools where like the kid's first day they have to break a board, and so like the kid breaks it and he feels like, oh, this is amazing, I love this,
And that
now
board
they're,
is a rigged board, by the way.
of course,
Oh, definitely.
But it builds up that kid,
So
So that kid
good.
now is like, this is my thing now. Now I'm
Right.
into karate and I get to do all this stuff. So like, whatever they're teaching them probably isn't going to be that legit, but
Right.
at least they're doing something and they feel accomplished for it.
Right,
So I
yeah.
can see like the merit in that, but
It's have faith. It's that faith. We're going back to faith. We're
Yeah.
circling around. Faith. That board is going to break.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's better than nothing, though, isn't
I
it?
don't
Did you do
know.
karate when you were younger?
I did Jeet Kune Do. I mean, it was 1991 I started Jeet Kune Do, but it was we didn't break fucking wood.
Right.
We weren't, we were getting beat up in the alley. We were going outside and fucking each other up. It sucked. I was like, what was I, 14, 15 years old, and I was the youngest guy in the adult class because my girlfriend's brother, who's like 7 years older than me, he brought me into it, and he's like, this is what you want to do. And it sucked, man. I got my ass kicked. Like, we literally go in the alley and spar, gravel, whatever, pushed against fence. It was fucking brutal,
Wait,
man.
why in the alley? Why in the alley? Can't you spar in the school?
You could, right? So we would also spar in school, but they wanted the realist at, like, you're in the alley. So you have like these certain things you have to like work around. Like if there's a garbage can, push that fucker in the garbage can. Like there's a fence, use a fence. Is there's a car driving by, push him in front of the car. That's the type of.
I think he was just winging it, man.
That's the type of thing they want to do. It's just that's just what we were. That's what we trained. That's as weird as it was, but that's what we used to do. Like we just do knife fighting, with wooden knives, fake knives, but we put ourselves in scenarios where you're in an alley because we just go out the alley. But we have this like caged in area, and so you have your back against the wall or back against the cage, and you have 5 guys in front of you, all with knives, and you have one knife. So now you have to figure out not to get stabbed and yet be able to stab those guys, so they don't want to come at you. So, for instance, if you have like a knife is an equalizer, right? I 100% believe in knife fighting because if I'm downtown, right, I'm walking down whatever street, and I'm with a girl or a guy or my friends, whatever, and 5 guys approach me, right, and I have my knife on me. Mm-hmm. What I want to do, and I can't run; these guys will all catch me. So what you want to do is back yourself into a corner basically, and you have your knife in front of you, and you're swinging this knife around, right? So you're moving around. So you're out here like this. You're moving stuff around, and your back is against the wall. Now, who's the first idiot's going to come forward and get stabbed out of these 5 guys?
You can't come behind them or anything.
They can't come behind you, and you're behind your woman or whoever's behind you, and you're out there, doing your thing. You're with your knife.
That makes sense.
No one's going to stab forward. Even if they all bum rush you, they're all going to get cut.
Someone's getting cut.
2
out of 3.
Right. And the way
3 out of 5.
The way I what I look like when I knife fight, you're not going to walk for it. I'm not just staring like this.
Right.
I'm not going to be like, oh, come at me. No,
Yeah.
I'm moving. Because you saw me do collar.
Yeah.
I'm moving this around like it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I would never walk.
You're walking into a wood chipper, basically.
Walking into a wood chipper, right. You're not going to get out alive. Or you're not going to get out without getting cut.
Right.
And so that's the scenarios we would put in place with fake knives, but there are real life scenarios that could happen. You can get jumped easily, and boom. What are you going to do? Run? Then now you're behind them, and what if they're faster than you? You're not going to get away. Yeah. So figure out where your exit is. There's a wall here. I put my back against the wall. I have my knife in front of me. All right, at least I know no one's coming from behind me.
Right. Speaking of this, do you think jiu-jitsu is the most practical martial art for self-defense in the street?
I do, yeah.
You think so?
I'm biased though.
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of biased, but would you say differently?
I don't know. I might say differently because look, if you're going to get attacked, it's probably going to be you're going to be outnumbered. Like criminals, like they team up and they'll go after someone who's alone. Like anyone that I know that's ever been jumped, it's always been like 3-on-1, 4-on-1.
I guess in that sense, the best self-defense might be like gun,
Western boxing or something.
Oh, yeah, I just mean like
I don't know.
better.
Are you really going to go to the ground with someone and their 3 buddies just start kicking you in the head?
No.
It's like I personally, if that were to happen to me, I'd rather be like super awesome at Muay Thai or something. You know what I mean?
Or track and field.
Track and field. Yeah.
I mean, I did Jeet Kune Do through the 90s, so I'm confident on my feet.
Right.
I'm confident in my footwork, and I'm confident in my jiu-jitsu now. So I think becoming a full package is important. Just jiu-jitsu is great. Also, self-defense aspect, you should know how to throw a punch. You should know how to parry a punch. You should know how to move around with your feet.
Right.
Footwork is so important in just life in general. Just knowing how to just be able to be on the balls of your feet and be able to move around. I mean, I see some people when we do run around the gym, they're just flat-footed and they're not on the balls of their feet. I'm always on. I run on the balls of my. I don't run heeled. I run on the balls of my feet.
Way how like shoes are designed too. Like running shoes. It's like you run heel first. Like it feels fine, but
no,
it's not how you're supposed to be running.
Supposed to be running. Right. So I think learning basic boxing or some type of like defense like that it'd be very important. I think it's very, and not just
for sure it is.
I try going like do 2 minutes on a heavy bag. You're fucking dying.
Yeah.
You're fucking dying.
Really hard.
It's a totally different fucking workout.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
So if you can't get the fight to the ground and this guy is coming at you and you feel like you're not going to be able to take him down or you just can't take him down, you're going to have to defend yourself on the feet. Right. And you should know how to at least throw a punch, right?
Yeah. I mean, one-on-one, like a one-on-one fight to the death, like for sure jiu-jitsu is the best, right?
One-on-one, no weapons involved.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's game over. But in a street situation where there could be multiple attackers, you're gonna want to know. I throw eye gouges, man. I love it. I fucking love them.
Yeah,
eye gouge for me.
They work.
They works.
Hell yeah.
If I got a couple guys, because I've done these scenarios so many times. If I got a couple guys in front of me, I know I can fucking gouge one guy and then bum rush the other guy.
Right.
And then go back to, you're going to be doing that. I mean, I did these so many times where you're just throwing eye gouge there, headbutt there, and then you're out.
Right.
You're gone. But the element of surprise is everything. If the guy doesn't think, like, how many people are throwing eye gouge in the street? Not a lot. You have to train that. I mean, I did, and I'm very efficient at it.
Right.
And headbutts. A lot of people think headbutt is like my forehead to your forehead.
No.
That's not a headbutt. A headbutt is the top of my head, right, to the soft part of your nose.
Right.
Yeah. That's a proper. And then I rake the eyes before I go down on it.
Right.
Like I rake them and boom.
How
do you train eye gouges though?
That's what I was going to ask actually.
It's we're a little silly back in the day. I mean, it's
goggles.
Yeah, it's very it's not difficult to do. Like when I spar or when I throw punches, my hands are open. So more of a Muay Thai stance, right? So I kind of use my hands as like antennas, right? And so I can parry punches. I can, they call it destructions where you use your elbows to, it's not the most effective, but something we call Goon Tang. So if Paul was to come over here and like say, I won't do it hard, Paul.
Goon Tang? What do you say?
It's called a Goon Tang.
I don't go near you.
Yeah, it's okay. So if Paul, let's just stretch out your arm, Paul, okay? So he's here, right? So my parry, right, is never going to cross my center line, right? So when I parry, I just want to go up to my nose, right? So as I parry this punch, it's going to be here. The force of him throwing it, the little bit is going to knock it off, right?
Sure, yeah.
So if Paul was to throw a punch, I can come here. This little thing right here on his muscle, it sucks. It's not going to make him not want to throw a punch again, but it's going to give him a little bit of damage where he's going to be like, did you ever get a Charlie horse?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So this here, when he throws this punch and I parry it, and I come in here and I
like
tap
right on
that.
the bicep here?
Yeah, it's right on the bicep muscle. Okay. So you could do the bicep, you could do the tricep, you could do both punches, but both ways. But it's annoying. Right. It's more of like, I don't really want to throw that. It's kind of like
it's leg kicks and
leg
MMA.
kicks, right? It's like it's annoying.
Comparison.
It's like fucking stop kicking me in the leg. But if I can pop that every time, you're gonna be like, fuck. And then you try to make a fist, and it hurts because it's like you don't want to make a fist because you're like but it's annoying.
Yeah.
And you go both ways with that because I go here, and then when you throw that cross, I come back there for that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty slick.
Have you ever headbutted anyone like for real in real life?
Watermelons.
Really?
Is that what you used to
So
practice?
when we
Training
were
with
young,
watermelons.
watermelons, they would headbutt to get the most realistic feel. Besides doing it to when they had a full head mask on, like a motorcycle helmet,
Right.
we would headbutt that. But watermelons, we would headbutt watermelons.
So to be the devil's advocate, I think Joe Rogan and Bas Rutten always talk about if you can't practice something at full speed against somebody who's actively resisting, it's bullshit.
Right.
So like on a watermelon, it's not,
Right.
So how do you practice? And I'm not, again, not to be arguing, how do you practice that?
It's
and,
just
like,
a
eye
feel
gouges?
of what it would feel like.
Sure. Okay.
You kind of get that feeling, right? When we would practice full speed, the guy would be in a full bodysuit. So he'd have the full gear on, meaning we would go full gear with that. I don't. They probably still make them where you see those big heads on those guys, and you got the guy. It looks like almost like one of those dog. What are those things called?
Yeah, I know what you're
those
talking
dog
about.
suits.
Like, yeah.
right? That's
really thick ones.
Yeah, a really thick pad all over lace. We go full contact with Kali with those, and go full contact with sparring with them. So the guy who's obviously getting shit done to him can't really do much. Can't really move that well. You can't really see. I remember putting that fucking gear on. It's super hot in there, and you can't really see. Can't really move. So you're pretty much just getting beat up. But the other guy can go 100%.
Sure.
And he's gonna knock you down, and you're gonna fall down, and you're gonna get headbutted. But you're gonna simulate a lot with that. You know, you can really go 100. And it's ugly. It looks nothing like martial arts. You know, it's ugly. It's like, what is that guy doing? I don't know.
That's real.
But that's real.
Exactly.
That's real.
Street fights are ugly looking.
So are jiu-jitsu matches.
So jiu-jitsu, some of them are, unless you're like Hadra Gracie.
Unless you're Rafa Mendez.
Right, unless you're Rafa
God, that's
Mendez.
so beautiful.
But yeah, they're ugly. And when we used to see that in class, we're like, oh, that doesn't look like anything we train. You know?
Right.
Even when we saw our instructor do the technique, we're like, oh, what the fuck was that? It just looked like a fucking mess. But
hell yeah.
The guy went down, and I'm sure I would not, if I didn't have that suit on, I would not want to get hit like that.
Right.
You know? So
even Baron Bolos are messy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You watch that shit, you're like, oh, he just got lucky and it landed on his back. You know? It's so sloppy.
Right.
You know? But it's like a Meow brother who's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no way to make some of that shit look good.
No,
it's just like I'm just clawing my way to your back.
The guy's fighting back.
Yeah.
If I fight back and someone's doing a barrel blow on me, they're going to get it.
Right.
Or they may or may not get it, but it's ugly looking.
Right.
It's not a pretty looking move afterwards. You're like,
Right.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun. I mean, I think there's a lot to knowing that type of like street defense and street style, because it just kind of makes you look at things a little differently. So I feel confident, even now more so, knowing that majority of street fights end up on the ground.
Right.
This is just the way it is.
A
Right?
little bit of striking to go along with your ground games
is important.
Pretty awesome.
So if somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, I want to learn a martial art. Like I'm just going to one martial art." Where do you tell them to?
I would say jiu-jitsu.
I would say jiu-jitsu for sure, because you could also learn takedowns in jiu-jitsu, and there's always that guy in jiu-jitsu who's like, "Hey, who wants to kick the pads this Saturday?" You know what I mean? Like, you can get that shit at a jiu-jitsu school.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be an elite boxer or a Muay Thai artist, but you just
need
have
to know a little bit more than the guy in the street, which is not hard.
Not hard to do.
Not at all.
Yeah, most people are swinging, haymakers. At you.
Most
Big,
people are right-handed.
hooks.
I mean, just like small stuff. You know, moving your foot right. You know, it's
Footwork is huge. And Kali, I'm still a fan of Kali stick fighting, just for the basic fact of
That'd be
training.
so fun to do.
Train your body to move.
reaction time, your eyes,
everything. It's such a good martial art.
Yeah, dude.
It's
Zito's
fantastic.
really good at Kali.
Where can you train Kali in the Chicago area?
In the Chicago,
Eric is in.
Yeah, dude, it'd be so much fun. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I'll just be like,
it's a great art. I don't know
what do you do? You just Google Filipino martial arts, right?
Yeah,
and
I know.
reviews?
Marcus Charles trains out of. I don't know if he's still doing Kali, but Marcus Charles is one of my guys I used to train with back in the '90s. He's out of Caprito's gym now, and I don't know if he's still doing Kali as part of his curriculum. But I would definitely hit up that dude first or anyone. So see if he's still into it. But he's in by Caprito.
Okay.
In Bloomingdale.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. But maybe it would work out since you're in Schaumburg.
Yeah, I mean, I already make the hike anyway. So.
Right, yeah. But yeah, Kali stick fighting, man, it's such a cool.
It's cool to
art.
watch. Like if you get two people who really know what they're doing, and
yeah, it's fun.
So Zito, you've been teaching for a little while now, right? So do you incorporate any of that stuff into your classes?
No,
or do you teach any self-defense? Do you have a defensive background?
No, I don't teach any of that. I teach
whatever Andre tells me.
Andre tells me to do. Whatever Mineko says, that's what I show. That's which is I'm not. I did get an instructorship in Jeet Kune Do in 1999, something like that. But I just, I'm passionate about it. I love, I just love martial arts in general. So, could I remember, 18 years ago what I was learning? I definitely know it myself, but to know it, all the little nuances I'd have to definitely start going back and taking a lot of classes to kind of brush up, As if you don't do jiu-jitsu for a long time, again, you got to kind of brush up on the
same
little details. I could do it, but do I do it well enough to show you?
Right.
I don't know. But I always like watching like Jean-Jacques Machado, he trains with Dan Inosanto.
Right.
And Dan Inosanto is a fucking legend. I mean, his Kali it's like magic.
Say his name again.
Dan Inosanto.
Okay.
Dan Inosanto. So Dan Inosanto was Bruce Lee's best friend and student, and he kind of took over. Well, it's always a little messy when it comes to like taking over stuff, but his thing is,
Bruce Lee died and he was like second in command, right?
But there's some people that, say this other guy's second in command, this guy, but Dan Inosanto to me is the man for taking over Bruce Lee's legacy. Okay. So seeing him, and he's in his 80s now, he's fucking amazing. And he's also a black belt under Jean-Jacques Machado in jiu-jitsu. So I went to a seminar in 2007 with Dan Inosanto and one of my friends, Anthony Calderon. We went together. We did a 3-day seminar, and I was out of Kali stick fighting, out of martial arts from 2000. So it's been 7 years since I swung a stick, right? And so I'm like, oh yeah, I can go to the seminar. So we went to the seminar, and I couldn't even lift my arms up past my my chest because my shoulders were so fucked up from swinging stick. Because in my mind, I know it all, but my body sure didn't keep up with my mind. Sure. So I just worked way too hard. But in the seminar, he incorporated jujitsu moves into his Kali and his different types of what's it called? God, I'm getting old. Whichever. He incorporated a lot of jiu-jitsu into the ground fighting as well, which was kind of nice to see, having a Kali stick and me going to the ground and then being able to submit you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a cool blend.
It was a cool blend. And at that time, now I appreciate it more, but at the time I'm like, wow, that's interesting. He's incorporating it. But then when I realized he's a Jean-Jacques Machado black belt, then it made all sense.
Right.
But again, Dan Inosanto's been in the game forever, and he's just to see him in person doing the moves is, it's like watching Hadra Gracie choke out Puchecha.
So his name is actually Dan
Inosanto.
Space Inosanto.
Okay. So I have
I don't know if his first name was Danon and his last name Inosanto.
Dan Inosanto.
Okay.
So after the class, he wouldn't take photos with you. Just something that I assume they do that to protect his brand. Because I'm sure people take a photo with someone like, oh, he's my instructor, and then open a gym. I train with Dan.
Right.
It's probably that. But he signed my Kali sticks,
Cool.
and he signed my knife and stuff like that. So that was kind of nice. I don't have them here, but I'll have to bring them here.
Put those up.
I should put them up, huh? So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I encourage people to definitely try to learn a little bit more self-defense when it comes to street. Yeah. I mean, I love jiu-jitsu, and I think it's very effective on the street as well. But I know I'm confident in knife fighting. I know I'm confident in collies. I know I'm confident in my footwork and my box. So I'm coming from a different type of background.
I think it's like a good one-stop shop, though. Like you got to go one place, do jiu-jitsu, because you're going to cover the long range, the clinch, the takedown portion, the ground. It just covers everything.
Just being comfortable in close quarters with someone.
Yeah.
So true. I could imagine if someone has never felt that, how freaked out they must be when they actually do get attacked, where we would be like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah.
We kind of brush him off. Yeah. Like, bro, you have that was a horrible fucking bear hug, horrible.
100%
this way.
Right. Like,
100%.
Like, we're so used to just getting smashed and like
being uncomfortable in a really shitty situation,
fucking
like
right next to somebody.
Andre the other day we rolled and he was trying to choke me out and stuff like that. So he gets mount. Andre's mounts murder.
Right.
So then he's going fist in the neck.
Fist in the neck.
And I'm like
the old fist in the neck.
The old fist in the neck, because he knows I'm not gonna tap to just anything.
Right.
So I'm like, fuck, I'm not letting him get this fist in the neck thing.
Yeah,
so I'm just like Slowly, I'm trying to get out.
That was maybe like if he taps to this, I'm not giving him his purple.
No. He tapped me with it, but it took him a lot longer than I think he wanted to take. But he got me with it. I was like, I just can't take this pressure. But I fucking tried to hold out as long as possible.
Right.
I went so deep.
Yeah.
And afterwards, he just smiled. I was smiling after he did it.
Yeah.
He just laughed because I knew on his face, like, yeah, you went fucking deep. I'm like, yeah, you know I went deep. I don't fucking tap you just nothing. I'm making sure you get that fully sunk in.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. I just like when he beats me up. I don't know why I take so much pleasure when he just fucking whips my ass.
It's almost a compliment. Like
It is.
It's like, Andre thinks I'm good enough to where he could beat the shit out of me.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
That's a good way to look at it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know,
he knows I can take this much punishment, so
Right.
I must be enough. At least I know I'm tough enough to take that.
Right.
You know, he's not
if
like,
he takes
oh.
it easy on you, it's like, Andre thinks I'm fragile.
Right.
Or like something like
That's
that.
I don't want to be that.
Exactly.
I don't want to be that.
Exactly. So basically, what we're saying is beat the shit out of your students.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Even if they're
Routine.
kids.
Even if they're kids.
It's a
Neon
compliment.
belly.
It's a
Little 5-year-old neon belly. This is how you do it.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yeah. Wow. It just the close quarters thing. I mean, just like someone's 5 o'clock shadow scraping across your face, and just like all the weird stuff that we don't notice at all anymore.
Yeah.
That would totally freak someone out. You know, like on day one. You know.
Except Dave with his tickling. What do you think about that?
Yeah, we've got a guy in our gym that if
Got a tickler.
Yeah, no. If you're arm barring him, he will start tickling your foot to let you know, like, hey, this doesn't bother me.
Or he tries to get out. One of the two.
Right.
Or he'll start, and I look at him when he first
And
did it
I
to me. I'm
always
like,
finish the
Dave,
arm bar, and I go, Dave, maybe you should defend with the hand instead of fucking tickling my
he goes,
foot.
He did it in the IBJJF.
No, he did
He
not.
did it in competition. He goes, well,
Did it work?
The guy stopped doing whatever he was doing.
That's because a guy, when he first
Last
did
thing
it,
you expect, probably.
when he
If it's not
first did it
against
to
the
me,
rules,
when he first did
Right.
it to me, I thought I stopped too because I thought he like
Right.
didn't know how to tap.
right.
Straight up,
It's weird.
Will tickle the bottom of your foot like this.
To your
while
side
you're
too.
arm
That's your
barring.
side.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
your side too.
That would work on me.
The side, right?
ticklish.
Me
Yeah.
too. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do that because you're gonna tickle me because I have to laugh because it's funny, but yet I'm like, don't fucking do that.
And don't let Andre see you do it either.
Yeah, do it to Andre. If he says it's okay, then you can do it to everybody.
sure.
Yeah, good luck with that one. But I guess it's legal in the IBJJF, or it's not that it's It's not that it's legal, but it's not mentioned.
Yeah.
So does that make it legal? I don't know. Tickling?
I mean, look, it's probably not. You're not going to get penalized for it. You know what I mean?
No, you won't. I hope not.
It's weird. That's a weird one, isn't it, fellas?
What do you guys think?
I mean,
Seems legit.
whatever
right?
works.
Seems legit.
seems to be
Rafael,
working for me.
gonna hit him up. I'll hit him with a text. See what do you think? Should we add this to the curriculum?
I bet he could submit all of us with tickling.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past this.
Yeah. He'd stare at me long enough. I'd submit. I'd be like, no, I can't. Stop looking at me, please.
Right.
He's actually a really nice guy too.
Oh, I know.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Super, super nice and humble.
Any videos I've ever seen of the guy seems like super down to earth, salt of the earth.
Yeah. I thought he was older than what he is, though.
So did I.
Yeah, I thought he was
I think
definitely.
he's only like
You just turned
36.
35.
Oh, 35?
Yeah.
No, I thought he was definitely older. So he's making his stride in that fucking Bellator. He's
Yeah.
killing it.
Yeah,
Killing the
he really
game.
is.
I mean,
Is he
what if you have to
undefeated
get a
in MMA?
title shot? Who's
Yeah.
got the title right now?
Is it Gayhard?
I think no. Gegard Mousasi is going to be facing somebody else soon. They're going to do that super fight. I think
Rory McDonald.
Roy McDonald. Gegard.
Pretty sure
Mousasi?
that's happening.
Oh, Rory versus Gegard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I-
Rory's got the title. No.
No, it's just a super fight.
Oh, who's got the title? Is there a title in Bellator?
There is. I don't remember
I
who
thought-
it is. It's
I mean,
like
Is it 170, right?
185.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
185.
185.
I was mentioning
because
those-
Rory McDonald's one was
He used to fight at 170.
Yeah, I was mentioning
And then
those
win.
guys because I thought those guys were like number one contenders, and I think whoever wins that might go for the belt or something like that. But
Let's just look.
Yeah.
hopefully he gets a title.
We got
fight.
phones.
Is he
Might be able to look
undefeated
this
in
up
the
there.
MMA right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he has it.
What is he, like 10-0, 9-0?
No, I don't think he's had that many matches. I think he's. I
Right,
want
you
to say
look that
6 or
up, I'll look
7.
this up.
6 or 7. You know.
Yeah, so the Bellator.
And I'll just talk to Brian. Brian, what branch of the military were you in?
I was in the Air Force.
Okay. No
Yeah, I
shit.
was joined up in like 2011-ish, right around there. I did right around 4 years, cybersecurity.
Okay.
And it was fine. It was cool, but just not really what I wanted to do. So just got out and started nannying afterwards, actually.
No shit. Huh?
Yeah, when I came back to the Chicago area, I was just a nanny for a while.
Cybersecurity to
nanny. So I was working with kids a lot doing that, and then that's actually how I got the job at P3. Is because I was working with kids, and I'm like, hey, I can help out with this kids class. You need an assistant.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, like definitely. So I jumped in, started helping out. Little by little, I became like leading classes a little bit, and then that became teaching adults, and then that became where I'm at now. So
I've seen that name before.
Dope, dude.
Yeah.
So what's the verdict here, gentlemen?
Lovato's 8-0, by the way. Confirmed.
Thank you.
So this is Rafael Carvalho.
Okay.
He's the 185 champ.
Okay, yeah. I think there might even be teammates. I think he might train at Evolusa. What is that?
I can't pronounce it.
So you guys call him Rafael?
It's
Rafael.
Rafael. Yeah,
It is
that's
Rafael.
a thing.
He actually,
Rafael?
No, it's not. He actually corrected
Rafael.
somebody too.
Did he
At,
really?
I think it was at the press conference for Bellator.
Yeah.
They were like, Rafael. He's like, let me just let you know that my name is Rafael. Only my Brazilian friends can call me Rafael.
So he allows it in the Brazilian jiu-jitsu
So
community.
it's Rafael.
Rafael, yeah, Rafael.
Sorry.
But we
He's
can
American.
we call him Rafael?
I don't think so.
No,
I'm
I
not
don't think
Brazilian.
I'm not going to call him that.
Oh, you need to be
Brazilian.
Oh,
Brazilian,
okay.
yeah.
Brazilian friends
okay.
can't call him.
Oh, yes, he will allow
Rafael.
that. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, true.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
That's
Because
like
that's how
don't-
they pronounce it.
That's like going up to an Irish person and be like, "Don't say my name with that brogue." They can't help it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. So that guy's the champ. So, but
Hopefully, he
8-0.
gets he should.
I like
get
to see him
one.
in the UFC. Why not?
So
I mean,
originally, the fight he just had
could happen.
against I don't remember the guy's name.
He-
Gerald Harris. I think
Gerald
it
Harris, I was gonna say
it wasn't
Harris.
supposed to be him. It was supposed to be another guy.
John
And it was-
Salter.
Yeah, John Salter for the #1 contender. But I guess Salter got injured, and so Gerald Harris was like the late replacement to it. He beats him, but now it's kind of still up in the air because if he would have beat Salter for sure, that's #1 contender. That's
How's it still up in the air? 8-0.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
I agree.
What are we doing about? I mean, come on. Is it gonna be like?
And
what's-
like all of them finishes too.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
just about all of them.
I
There's
think
like
that's
one or two
one, yeah,
decisions.
one went to
Like he's
decision.
murking dudes.
Yeah,
That ain't
first
like-
round,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, he could fight in UFC, couldn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
think he'd do
but
pretty well.
Bellator's paying more on certain guys.
I see.
You know,
But at that level he's at, I mean, he. I'm not saying that people should be concerned about money,
Right.
but I'm just saying, like, is it worth it to him to be in the Bellator and getting paid more, or on a bigger platform like the UFC, getting paid maybe a little bit less, but bigger names?
I think one of the things with it,
you know,
though,
for his legacy.
yeah,
You know, for him opening up more gyms, UFC might catapult that more
Yeah.
because it's a bigger, reaches more people
sure.
as opposed to Bellator.
I think the climb would have been longer in the UFC for him. You know, he would have had more
Yeah.
matches, and I don't think he wants to do this. I mean, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to do this for a long time. He just wants to, jump in, do it, win some matches, win the belt, and then step out and go right back to jiu-jitsu. So
I see.
I
Okay.
think the UFC presents itself with like more, a
longer
longer
road.
commitment, a longer road to it, as
Yeah.
opposed to Bellator. And Bellator's got some good fighters there now too.
Although the
you know?
185 division, how many fucking
They could-
contenders
they
are
could
there?
use them.
That's true.
They
could
need
use
them.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, 185 is pretty much cleaned out.
Yeah.
I mean, look who they have. They have an interim guy who won what? How many people did he fight?
there's some good
4
matches
people?
there, man. I'd love to see him against
Middleweights, they got a lot of good match. I mean, it's a
But
great
right
weight
now,
class right
Yoel
now.
got-
Romero versus Lovato.
Yeah, but right now who's 185 champ? Woodley, right? Now we have an
Whitaker.
interim. Oh, I'm sorry, Whitaker, right?
Whitaker,
right.
yeah.
Who was I thinking about? 170.
thinking 170.
170. That's right. I'm sorry. 170 is a little weak. But yeah, 185 Whitaker. Yeah, that dude's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, actually, Kobe Covington is
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
the
Kobe.
interim champ right now.
That's so. Now that's crazy because how many fights has he had? And has
He beat Maya, right?
beat
And that
Maya?
was his biggest
that
name.
was big, and then he just beat Dos Santos.
Yeah.
Dos
Yeah,
Santos.
which is huge.
Which is
'cause
also huge.
Dos Santos
Yeah.
is freaking animal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so good.
I mean, I see how he did it. I mean, it's pressure, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I watched like a clip of the press conference after, because I'm like, all right, let's see what this idiot says, because
Yeah, yeah.
he's like, The delivery's just not there yet, I don't think. But some of his shit is funny, though. Like, he comes out with a water bottle that's labeled Nerd Tears.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
God.
And then, like, everything is like his Instagram is like, he'll end everything with hashtag all my haters are virgins. You know, stuff like that. Like,
yeah. But still not.
Kind of cracks me up.
It's not Conor McGregor. Though.
It's not, no.
When's your boy coming back?
I don't know. I'll talk to him. He said, when do you want him back?
I want him back soon, man.
No, I think they're actually negotiating the Khabib deal right now.
So Tony's out. Tony's not getting a shot.
I think he's just got such a long road to recovery.
Is it that long of a road?
Well, that
It's
and
pretty
like
serious.
after the Conor throwing the thing at the bus and the, you know.
Oh, it makes more sense to make that fight.
There's so much drama there, you know.
Yeah. So what do you
Put
think?
that card in Russia. Ooh.
That's
Oh, yeah.
well, that's what McGregor was asking for. He's like, I want to fight him in Russia.
Oh my God.
That's huge. Khabib versus Conor in Russia.
Yeah.
That
Who
might be
takes
the
it?
biggest. Huh?
Who takes it?
I don't know.
I think Conor takes it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I've seen Khabib stand up is not the greatest.
No, I mean,
And he comes forward.
Michael
and-
Johnson rocked him.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
or was that? Yeah, that was.
That's
Khabib.
what everyone
He
keeps
rocked him.
saying.
Yeah,
Everyone keeps saying that, Michael. And I agree. But that's the only time. But, you know, Conor's a counter puncher, and he knows. And if Khabib's going forward like he did against
Exactly.
all of his opponents, he's going to end up like Jose Aldo.
It's weird.
Right? So
I think the later that fight goes, the more it goes to Khabib.
agreed.
For
yeah.
sure, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like, what do they do? Let Khabib just stay on the outside a lot?
I mean,
and
here's the thing.
Just
like,
go for takedowns?
Khabib, like, Khabib can outwill Conor. Like, Conor is not going to win a fight of will against Khabib, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have the gas tank. He doesn't have the heart, I don't think. He's not just, you know, like, and Russians are just like, you know, you have to like almost kill those dudes for them to stop.
They're
you know?
a different
There's something
breed.
about something about Russians. But Conor has that fucking, I can turn your brain off.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
You know?
It's true.
Like, this fight doesn't have to be 25 minutes. It could just take 1 second, you know?
Or 13.
13 seconds.
Yeah. There's some good fights coming up, though. We've got the July 7th card.
Is that Cormier and
Oh, yeah, that's
Stipe?
gonna be
Yeah, that's gonna be
really good.
awesome.
I didn't realize how big Stipe was compared to Cormier. Was like looking, he's like a whole head bigger.
Is he?
He's giant.
Yeah, he's a whole head bigger. Yeah.
And
That's a pick 'em fight. Who do you got in that fight?
That's a toss up.
Yeah,
That's
it
such
really
a toss up. I mean, I would, if I was a betting man, I'd bet on Stipe.
Who's the favorite for that anyway?
Yeah.
Who has like the biggest odds on that?
I don't know. I know Cormier has beaten all the heavyweights, right?
Yeah, his
Yeah.
wrestling's awesome.
He's beaten everybody except John Jones.
Right.
That's it. That's the only guy
Yeah.
he hasn't beaten. Like he's torn through heavyweight division and what was it, Strike Force, right?
Yeah. Wait, what were the results of the John Jones fights? He fought him twice, right? He went the distance on one.
He got head kicked to death on the
Is
other
it
one.
He got head
third
kicked,
third round?
So who would win between Stipe and John Jones?
That's a good
Let's do some
question.
MMA math here.
I don't know.
Because
I'd say John Jones. I think
John Jones
I
just
think
wins.
John Jones just always
He
wins.
always wins, right?
Yeah.
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 Cormier Stipe is going to be good. Let's do a companion for that.
July 7th.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good
And
one.
isn't it Max Holloway versus T City on
Yeah.
that too?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
God.
gonna be another
Oh, my
really
God,
good
that
match.
is the same
Holy
card.
fuck.
Yeah.
That's right. It is that card.
That's
I knew it
another
was
pick 'em
good.
fight.
But yeah, how do you get that one? Fucking T City, man. That dude's fucking amazing. His jiu-jitsu is
The first guy to stop Frankie too. I
Yeah.
think he's
Yeah.
the first
First
one to
guy.
knock him out,
Yeah.
right?
yeah. That spinning elbow.
Yeah. You know, is Max going to be able to make 45 anymore?
Yeah, he's still young.
I guess.
Has he
Is-
been
is
having
Brian
trouble?
Ortega gonna? Oh, Brian Ortega.
Well, remember when they called him in for
Yeah, but that was
to
last
fight Khabib?
minute.
It was last minute, but he did have like 7 days to make 56
How old is he? Like 24? Something like that?
No, I think he's older than
or
that.
55 actually, because it was a title fight. You have to be
55,
dead on weight.
Yeah, I thought he was like 27.
I thought it was like
Max
24,
Holloway?
25.
Oh, maybe you're right. Let's see.
Yeah, he's really young, dude.
He is. just tell me how old he is. I wish Siri would just just tell me. He was born in 1991. So there you go.
Okay. Yeah, he's like 27 then.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, Max Holloway. Good luck. Good luck with that guy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because Max Holloway, he puts away people, but he does it with volume.
Yeah.
Like he just overwhelms. But Brian Ortega's sneaky, dude. He's long. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Might be a submission there.
You think?
Yeah.
How's Brian's wrestling? How is his takedowns? I don't know. Obviously, he's got really good submissions, and is Max's takedown defense like all like stellar? Like, I mean, I'm sure it's good, right? Is he like known for his takedown defense? I don't know if Brian's known for his wrestling or his takedowns. It's interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, if we look at Max Holloway's like his past, I mean, he's a volume guy, and Brian Ortega literally he puts everyone away.
Ortega's one of those guys that like even if he can't like blast W, he'll just get in and kind of just get it to the ground.
Dude.
He'll pull guard.
He just pulls guard. That's fucking confidence,
Right.
Yeah, like, he's just gonna pull guard. If he pulls guard on Max Holloway, what's he gonna do? Fuck, he's fucked.
Max's jiu-jitsu is good, dude.
I don't disagree. It's good, but is it at that level?
No, it's not. But when
Does he train with BJ Penn?
When you take when you put strikes into it, it's kind of.
Yeah, I know. I know. But does he train with BJ Penn, or is that not?
I thought he did.
Did he?
I don't know. I mean,
BJ Penn was out
They're
here.
both from Hawaii.
Yeah,
They train together.
Hawaii,
From Hawaiian, right? Yeah, I was just assuming that. It's so horrible.
We don't even know if they live on the same island.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Multiple islands.
There is. Oh, we're such assholes.
BJ, God.
Yeah, he was in town recently, right? He was at
Reznikoff.
Yeah.
I like how Mineko calls him, and when he talks to him, he goes, BJJ Penn gets his black belt in 4 years. He
did say that.
He's done it several times. But like he's not trying to be funny.
No.
He calls him BJJ Penn. Yeah.
It is funny. Mineko, what did he say the other day when we were, right before we were ready to roll?
Oh yeah, he'll just like randomly say shit, like not to anybody in particular. He'll just be like, kind of like talking. Yeah, what did he say? He's like, I need to fight somebody soon.
just walking around the mat, he just yells it out. Like he just says what he's thinking.
Yeah,
He just said
like.
So
literally,
funny.
whatever's on his mind comes out of his mouth. It's awesome.
And Paul and I look at each other. We're like, did he just say that?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, my next fight's not till like August. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Okay, no problem. We'll get some training for you, brother.
Yeah.
He got really heated at grappling games.
That's right.
Were you there for that?
Yeah,
Does
Doesn't sound like him.
No, not on.
Come on. No, I know you're lying.
With a few coaches.
He was
He was going at
he
it
was
with
so
another.
mad at that one coach. He walked away, Paul. He stormed away to go get Israel Reyes. Or was it Israel? No, yeah, Israel Reyes. He's like, you believe this guy was? He didn't give him his 2 points. It didn't even matter. The guy would have lost regardless. It was 4-0, but Andre wanted him to get his 2 fucking points.
Right.
It's the principle.
It's the principle,
Yeah.
and I don't know if he was right or wrong.
Maybe he was just trying to educate the referee.
That also
Quite
comes into
possibly.
play.
Makes
He was
the
trying to-
tournament better.
It does.
Better for the sport.
100% agreed. Yes. But he made it a point. Colin is like, this is what recreate the whole thing, the whole scenario for him. And, he wanted to make sure that the referee knew that guy should have got his 2 points.
Did you see when he was arguing with the coach, though? There was like
No.
I
I
think
didn't
that
see
might have been a different situation.
Was it?
Yeah, he was getting heated. I don't know what this other guy was doing. I didn't know who he was.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, oh, man, Mineko was about to whoop his ass. Like, he was getting real. He was like
I was
standing
getting
up.
pretty
like,
nervous.
Yeah, I was too. He was like standing up yelling at the other coach. I
Was
like,
he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty passionate.
He
That's what we
is.
say. Passionate.
Passionate. That's what we call it.
That's our thing. He's passionate. It's okay. It's okay, Andre.
What's your guys' favorite like competition organization like outside IBJJF? Do you guys like grappling games, grappling
Yeah.
industries?
Yeah.
Grappling
Both of
games, I enjoy. Grappling Industries
Yeah.
is the round robin one. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
tough.
I love those tournaments.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
I like they're all kind of using that unified like system now. Like when you like you have to like log in, and like if you want to register, they keep track of your records, like who you've gone up against, how you've won. It's really cool. It's like almost like
It's good. It's good for the
bringing
sport.
everything together. You know, it's
as long as we could nail down all these rule sets and just come up with one.
Man, I
do
kind of
that.
like that there's multiple rule sets, you know? You get
For
like
sure.
the IBJJF, which no heel hooks, whatever. Then you got grappling games, you got the heel hooks, and you have, you know, whatever it is, they have advantages and some that don't have. I think it's cool. You get like trained for different ones.
Yeah,
you know?
trained for different ones.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it gets sometimes confusing as a
does.
competitor
Yeah.
to bounce around and all of a sudden be like, oh, I can't reap. Oh, fuck. Oh, I can reap, and then you don't reap. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, I could have used that too.
Yeah.
I got to think.
At,
I don't want to think when I'm fighting. That's the
Yeah.
last thing I want to do is be
yeah,
like,
100%.
can I not do this? Oh,
You had a
fuck.
problem at grappling games.
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
you?
Yeah, my
Yeah.
first match, I was going up against this guy, and it was kind of turned into like a little bit of a scramble, and he went for my leg, and he started doing a toe hold on it and a knee bar, and I was looking over at the ref like, man, you're going to do something? You're going to stop this? Because this is not legal here. And like even for a second, I thought of tapping. I was like, if I tap, I technically win because it's an illegal move. It's a toe hold and a knee bar when you can't do it.
Right.
And then I was like, uh-oh, if I tap and he doesn't think it's, you know, like
Right.
it doesn't
You
think it's
lose,
that, then
right.
I lose.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just kind of fought out of it, but afterwards I was like, what the hell is it? I started second guessing myself, and I looked at the rules. Sure enough, yeah, it's
Yeah.
illegal.
Oh, so the guy didn't call it at all.
No,
You
he
just
fought
let
out
it
of
go.
it. And then
I just fought out of it, and then
did you win the match?
Yeah, yeah, I subbed.
Oh, that's
Ezekiel.
good. You won.
Yeah.
By Ezekiel?
Yeah.
Nice.
The ref didn't call it. It was Aaron Brooks, actually. I'm calling out on the air.
Eric Brooks,
Fucking Aaron.
you motherfucker.
No, but
Fucker.
to be fair, I get it. It's tough to be a ref. Like he
No,
didn't have
fuck
much to
him.
do.
You should know.
It's not that tough. It's
not that tough.
Blue belts can't knee bar.
Yeah. Come on, Aaron. What the fuck? Wake
Step
up.
up your game, Aaron.
Jesus.
We had another one too. I don't know who the ref was, but one
Let's
of our
just say
kids.
it's Aaron Brooks again.
Okay.
Blame
Fucking
Aaron.
guy.
Daydreaming about making memes or something.
Chris was
Rough the match, goddammit.
Chris was coaching one of our kids, and right before the match started, he was like, all right, remember, no arm triangle chokes. And then our kid starts getting arm triangled, and we're just like, wait, what is going on? You just said no arm triangles, and he's getting arm triangled. He almost went out.
I
But
think
it
it
was just
actually
like,
was the same.
Was
I
it?
think it was Aaron.
Fucking
too.
Aaron Brooks. That bastard.
sorry, dude.
Aaron's not even a stoner. Like, what?
No.
What?
He doesn't do anything. He drinks a little bit here and there.
Right.
That's it.
It's not like he ate a pot brownie and like can't function.
Right.
Like what the hell's
I
going
don't know,
on over
man.
there?
He better fess up to it.
Aaron, step up your game, buddy.
Yeah. Won't be getting called out again. Fight to win. So you're gonna do another fight to win?
Yeah.
Who'd you go up against the first one?
Jeff
Yumil? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I don't
From
know.
Rio?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
really good.
Yes.
Yeah, he footlocked the shit out of me.
Oh, did he?
did he?
It was like I popped my rib, and then he went for my foot. I'm not. He would have got it regardless.
Right.
Like I'm not taking. He's really good. You know, it was like he went back for a foot lock. I kind of like inverted funny, and like it popped, and then he was going for my foot, so it was like ow, and then ow, and I tapped.
Yeah.
And of course, like the paramedics, like, yeah, you broke a rib. So I never broke a bone in my body, like ever. So I was like, okay, sure, I'll go to the hospital because you want to make sure like nothing's punctured in there
Yeah,
or
of
whatever.
course.
So go to the hospital, and $1,500 later, I don't have a broken rib. So there's that.
You didn't have a broken
No,
rib?
Dislocated?
No, I mean it was just a really bad strain. Like I
Right.
couldn't train for
Did
quite
it
a long
pop
time.
out or anything?
I already have like a rib that naturally protrudes.
Yeah,
So
so
I
does
think
Paul.
I think she
From
just
from a leg entanglement too.
yeah.
Was it really?
ironically.
Yeah,
There
that's
you
how
go.
I dislocated my rib.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I
That's
don't know.
weird. Is
I
it
think it
'cause
was
you're-
just kind of like reaching back for something.
But you weren't getting twisted.
No.
No.
Yeah.
You
But
were
yeah,
just in the leg, huh?
I'll be doing that in August. I think it's August 18th. Yeah, August
Yeah.
18th. Apply for that. And what's his name? Seth Daniels, right? That's
Yeah.
the CEO. So I emailed him. I was like, hey, man, like I know it's way out, but, I just applied for Fight to Win in Chicago. Like last time I did it, I sold out like 3 VIP tables. So I think I can probably do that again.
Right.
And he just emails me back right away. She's just like, yeah, I'll get you on the card, bro. Like, I'll get you on the card.
Right.
So it's like, well, shit, no, we got to really make sure I sell tickets now. I got to live up to that,
Yeah.
So
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I sold 30 tickets.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
No
Well,
joke. Fight to win.
it helps when you're a head instructor.
Yeah, that does help.
Got that on my.
Yeah,
that
that's true.
going for me, so that helps a lot. So, yeah, excited for it.
Yeah.
Should be fun.
Speaking of toe hold, Nick Spacek. Do you see his toe hold?
Oh, did you
on
get
Fight
one?
to Win yesterday?
Yeah, nice.
Was that a toe hold or was it straight ankle?
Toe hold.
Okay.
Oh no, straight ankle. It was a
'Cause
foot lock. You're right.
He finished it standing.
I I know he went down with it. It was
Oh,
nasty. He
that's
started.
right.
They did some meme. Yeah, it was a straight ankle. It was nasty. He was
Yeah.
like, I don't know what that guy was
Yeah,
thinking.
dude.
Like, I would have tapped a lot earlier.
right.
He's really good
It
at
looked
toe
like he
holds.
was
He's
dead-
toe holding me before.
Has
For
he,
sure.
Nick?
Breaking power.
He's great.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, if the guy's got my foot and he's standing above me, just cranking, it's only gonna get worse when he goes down to the ground. Like, he's not gonna loosen it up. It's like, okay, yeah, I want to walk tonight.
Right.
Fuck. Yeah, that's brutal. Fuck. There's a lot of good matches on that Fight to Win the other night. I saw a lot of, like, on flow grappling.
Fumasa got the W too.
Did he?
I didn't see the match. I saw the post. I don't know how Mark did.
I didn't see that either. But yeah, that Fight to Win stage is nice.
You get to do it now. Are you gonna try
Yeah.
for it?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Fuck.
Now
at
you
that.
have to sign up. Well, I'm going to do it as soon as I got a purple belt. All right, motherfucker.
Application process takes like 10 seconds.
Does
man.
it?
No joke.
I already
Yeah.
filled it out once. I did it at blue. I filled it
Yeah,
out.
that's right, you did.
Yeah. And then they were like, bro.
Went to purple, yeah. I did the same thing.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I blew.
I mean, I didn't know. What the fuck? They allowed me to choose blue and allowed me to, like, complete the process.
I think there has been, because hasn't a few Lovato's guys competed Nogi at Blue Belt
Yeah,
before?
I think they might make an exception if it's Nogi.
Maybe I'm just too old. We couldn't find anyone my age. Like, come on, man. What are we going to do
They'll
with this guy?
probably try and match you up if they can, age-wise, but it depends on how badly you really want the match,
That's true, too.
Like, sorry, dude. Can't find,
Yeah, all we have is this 25.
This guy's 31. That's as close as we got.
Yeah, I know. No, whatever. I'd do it. Doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. I don't care. But gi or no gi? Whoa, that's the question. What do I do? I would like to go in the gi. Be honest with you.
Right.
That'd be fun.
Well, you could put your preference down.
Oh, do you
Yeah.
have a choice?
Yeah, I mean, they say list your preference, but I
Oh,
mean,
but
I
then
would
at the end
think
of the
they
day-
would just give you your preference. I don't know.
Yeah,
I really
right.
don't know.
They-
Yeah, for sure.
Right. Yeah.
How much do you weigh?
I walk around 135.
Okay.
Yeah. So I fight at light feather, 141 in the gi. And
Yeah, me too.
136 in the no gi. So, you do the same?
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do for masters anyway.
Okay.
I'm usually 140, 141, 142. With the gi, I'm probably a couple pounds over, so I just
Yeah.
got to cut a little bit of weight. Shouldn't be too bad, and then go for that for Master Worlds.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Your master is what? One?
Yeah, Masters 1. I
Okay.
just turned 30 this year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Welcome to the Masters
It's a
division.
master. How old are you? Eric?
I turned 28 this year.
So the youngster here.
Yeah, seemingly.
Good man.
Yeah, it's all right. All right, guys, where can people find you?
I mean, obviously on Facebook, P3 Martial Arts. Obviously, we have our own Instagram accounts.
Eric, what's yours?
It's, gosh, what is mine? EM Forschler. That's what mine is. EM Forschler.
EM. What?
So it's my name. E for Eric, M for Michael, my middle name, and then Forschler, Forschler.
Okay. I have to remember that because I have to
Yeah.
tag him in this.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
My Instagram is the Brocon, I think. Is it the Brocon?
Something related to Brocon,
Just
yes.
put an Ocon, something like that. Brian Ocon is my name, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, man, we appreciate you guys coming. I know we talked about it a while
Yeah,
ago,
yeah,
but
man.
yeah, finally we made it happen.
That's happening too. Like, there's a lot of people that we talk to and we're like, yes, we'll definitely, you're on the list. We'll get to you, but it's just like we're booked. Like,
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
cool, man.
And
I like
if-
what you guys are doing, for real. Like, it's really, really cool. You guys are putting Chicago on the map and getting, like, these local guys around here. So it's getting me
Thanks.
to know about also other jiu-jitsu gyms and other
Yeah,
jiu-jitsu
that's
schools.
the main thing people have thanked us for. They're like, man, you kind of like introduced me to like this gym and that gym, and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
people were kind of like uncomfortable going to open mats before, and now it's because like the instructors come on here all the time, like, yeah, swing through whenever,
Yeah.
and they're like,
Yeah.
they felt more comfortable doing that. So,
I finally went to Valco's open mat after I had Lior on the
oh yeah,
podcast.
how'd that go?
Man,
I've been meaning to go there.
giant guys there. Like there was,
I keep hearing that.
yeah, it's a awesome gym. I mean, it's huge. I mean, the complex is huge. They have like showers and towels, all that cool stuff there, and then the training's amazing. I mean, the fucking guys are just big guys. There's this.
I like the stuff Jay's putting out on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy, I literally looked up to this guy and I was like, I just got done rolling, so I'm like feeling really good. And this guy is like, just stands up from kneeling. I look up, I'm like, oh, what are you, like Superman, dude? And this guy is like 6 foot, 6'4", like good looking, like just cut up. And I
Yeah.
was like, are you fucking kidding me? And then I swear to God, I saw his double somewhere on the mat. I'm like, how many fucking guys are there? Like, these giant guys. And it's like, holy fuck.
Giant
dude.
shredded dudes that are
Shredded.
black belts.
Right. Fucking huge guys. But yeah, great guys, man. I mean, it's a tough room for sure. Great open mat. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm so glad I was there. You got to go, man. You gotta check it out.
For sure I will.
It was good. Yeah, it was fun. Alex was there. It was fun.
Okay, good,
Yeah,
good.
It was a good time, man. So I suggest check out J-Bell.
What about you guys, P3? You guys do open mats or?
We do. It's actually on Sundays. It's usually more like, I don't think, it's more like kids come more to that than adults.
I'd
We kind of
say-
split the mat a lot of the times. But,
There's not too many people that go there to like roll or get rolls. If you want to though, and you're like blue belt and up, you can come by to our Thursday classes. We try to do some like more advanced training. As long as you're not like a spaz or jerk or anything like that. No charge. Come in on Thursdays. 7 to 8 will be instruction. 8 to 9 we'll do live training. Just show up, train, roll, have fun. I think that'd be the best way to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
And where's the school located?
Schaumburg.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. What's the
909 South Roselle Road. It's like in a little shopping center where there's a Taco Bell and a lemon lighting right there.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yeah. Grab some T-Bell right after training.
Maybe you.
Fuck no.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on, and we'll see you on the mats.
Yeah.
We're going to do a little
Thanks for
technique right
having
now?
us. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
All right. See ya. Bye.
See ya.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Very Hard to Submit. Go to vhtsny.com and check out their kimonos, compression gear, and apparel. This is a brand we are excited to be supported by. Their gear is high quality with a clean design. Go to vhtsny.com and see for yourself. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. For more information about Grappler Union Podcast, you could visit us at our website at grapplerunion.com. You can follow us on Instagram at Grappler Union. Please like us on Facebook. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes. And all of our episodes are available on our YouTube channel. Say what?
Be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to all that shit. You got to do another take, right?
Oh.